one dose. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most commonly reported side effect was pain at the injection site. For additional common side effects and full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
I want to be able to keep my plans.
So I'm asking my doctor about getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
Hard Rock Live presents Classic Albums Live. The Eagles, Hotel California, Saturday, April 29th. Classically trained musicians performing the iconic Hotel California album. Get tickets and info at hardrockliveorlando.com or by calling the Hard Rock Live box office 407-351-LIVE.
In this week's Marketers Report, Chris Brandt, Chief Marketing Officer at Chipotle Mexican Grill, weighs in on the power of audio.
We've used audio to reinforce what we're showing on TV, what we're showing in other digital channels. When your priority is driving reach, boy, everybody seems to listen to the radio.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, conversations, trusted influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
At Sunbelt Rentals, tools rule. They also clean and cut, chip and chop. They construct and destruct, help you climb up high and dig down deep. We rent tools that do so much for those with so much to do. The right size tools for your size jobs, and the expertise to help you rent the perfect one every single time. So next time you need a tool that nails, screws, paints, or polishes, rent in-store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Haley, quote, "Navage is the best thing I bought. I love it. My nose feels so clear now and I can breathe. I've been struggling with a stuffy nose for weeks. I bought Navage and it's amazing." Or this one, "I use Navage every night, could not imagine life without it. I have 5 cats and before I found Navage, I was a clogged mess. Now I breathe so much better," unquote. Those are 2 of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you breaking news from the state of Florida. It's blueberry season! You can find locally grown Florida blueberries in stores now for all your favorite homemade recipes. Ask for Fresh from Florida where you shop.
Committing to saving for 4 years of college can be stressful for families. Not to worry. Florida Prepaid has a plan for you. The reality is most parents don't cover all of their child's college costs. A Florida Prepaid 1-year university plan lets you start small and add a year at a time as your budget allows. The plan starts at $45 a month and it's 100% risk-free, so you can never lose your investment. Plus, any amount you save today means less debt for them tomorrow. Open enrollment ends April 30th. Find your plan today.
Any size iced coffee is only $1.29 at 7-Eleven with 7 Rewards. But it's not just iced coffee, it's sacred. Some say you can't put a price on it, but 7-Eleven did. It's $1.29 any size iced coffee. Offer good through 6/27/23 plus tax. See app for details.
Best price the first time. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade. Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, HAPPY, H-A-P-P-Y, HAPPY. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Real Radio. Real Radio. 104.1.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is is on.
The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day.
The news junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Tuesday, April 25th, 2023. Lots to get to today, from why Tucker Carlson got fired to people are sending out Mother's Day warnings, and Bam Margera is hiding in the woods, plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
How we doing?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you need to do is go to thenewsjunkie.com, hit record on your first dispatch right now. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. And happy birthday, Sabrina.
Thank you.
It is a Share the Show Tuesday. That means you share the show. Just spread the word about the News Junkie radio show. Send somebody a link. Hit like on that stream. Do whatever you can to spread the word today. We always do this on Share the Show Tuesday, and whether it's shouting out at another car at a stoplight or anything else, it's all welcomed and appreciated. It is indeed your birthday, Sabrina. How
Can
you
you
feeling?
believe it? I feel fine. I feel great.
How old are you today?
Guess.
Oh, okay. I'm 41. You're 35. 33 years old.
Thank you, C-Lane. 33 is right.
I always forget this stuff. You know
It's
how
okay.
I am. I can't remember anything around here. But
yeah, to think you met me when I was 23
I
years
know.
old.
That's crazy, man. We were all a little younger. I was still... Oh, wait. That means I was around your age now.
Yes.
When we started doing this in this time slot.
So weird.
Oh, God. Well, we have some gifts for you here.
I know. I saw them, and thank you.
No, you're never going to guess what these are.
Yeah, no, it's really going to be really hard
Do
to
you want me
guess
to-
what's in these bags.
You want to knock it out right now?
Oh, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's
Okay.
go for it. That's from C-Lane right there. C-Lane
This-
got
both
you
of these
that.
things?
Yeah. The
Okay.
card in whatever's
Card first?
whatever's in the mystery box.
Yeah, card first and then mystery bag.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm thinking it's something really crazy I've never had before.
It's skinny and tall. We know that for sure.
A dildo?
I don't know. We'll have to see. There's some tissue
Also,
paper in there.
great card.
A drink and pickle on the card in some underwear.
What does it say?
Oh, it says, another year, no big dill. Love me my puns.
Because it's a pickle. No big deal.
You
Thank
get
you,
it?
Christopher.
You see what they're doing
I
there?
appreciate you. And
Let's see what's in the mystery
let's
box.
see what's in this box. A pack of cigs.
All right.
One pack of cigs.
And wait for it. It's vodka, isn't it? No, it's Jameson.
Jameson. Well,
Womp, womp, womp.
this is going to be strange.
There's another.
There's something else in there?
One more
You
thing.
gotta dig deep into the present.
Packs
Another
of
pack of cigarettes.
Oh, man.
You guys know me so well.
You got her cigarettes and whiskey. Let's see what I got over here for you.
Uh-huh.
It's a little heavy. And
Okay. Oh, wow.
There you go. There you go.
Look at this gift bag.
Oh
I
my
can't wait
gosh.
to reuse these.
Dude, our
This is
gift
very
bags
heavy.
match even.
So cute. Thank you to your wives for packing these.
No. 100% no.
Yeah, he just did it. I saw him.
Whoa,
A bottle of whiskey.
You had to buy the bigger bottle.
I'm sorry.
You had to buy the bigger. You could have texted me ahead of time and
I
said,
didn't
"Listen,
mean-
I'm buying her a 1.75."
I
This
didn't
is
mean it.
fine. This is for here, and this is for home.
Well, got you another thing over here.
Oh.
Got you this here.
What's that?
C-Lane, I just apologies in advance, you know.
Is that full of cigarettes?
This is very. Oh my God! It's full of cigarettes.
Carton of cigarettes. I did not. This was not a one-upsmanship kind of thing.
I mean, it seems like it is. Bigger bottle, more cigs. Love it.
Well,
Neither Sean or I.
I love this.
Sean and I
Talk to
did
each
not
other.
talk about this at all. It just happened, and I'm guessing you went to the same place that I went to.
I went to ABC. Yeah.
Oh, so all right. We have two identical almost gift bags.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Same color, same pattern.
We
So hold both of them.
Nobody
up,
broke
Sabrina.
out of the box here, really. We
Yeah.
just kind of went right down the middle.
But we went to different stores. They were both liquor stores.
Mm-hmm.
But I got mine at Total Wine, and you went to ABC.
That's great.
Well, happy
Small
birthday.
business. Thank you very
We'll
much.
celebrate that as the show goes along. Enjoy that whiskey.
Yeah,
and,
thank you. I would, I think, as an extra birthday gift, that both of you take a shot with me right now.
Okay. All right. I mean, I'm
You're
not
in?
gonna,
Oh, wow.
I mean,
I thought you were definitely going to.
I'm not going to go buck wild, but I'll have a shot to celebrate your birthday if you want to
Wonderful.
do that to start the show.
Let's put our ears to the ground, fingers on the pulse, and I'll pour some shots for
All
us.
right, let's do that. And we go over to.
Oh, don't you hate when people take away your thing that you're supposed to say?
Is that how it
dump it.
feels?
You can dump it.
This is how it feels. All right, let's do that. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours.
And thank you, both of you.
You're welcome. And we see what's happening over at CNN, where they awkwardly have to start their morning show, which now is one person, Don Lemon, short, and they got to address the elephant in the room. They seemed like they were doing a decent job of it. Here they are.
Well, good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday, April 25th. Welcome to
Hey,
CNN
my birthday.
this morning. We're so glad you're with us, and we do begin, though, with news about this show. As you may have heard yesterday,
Okay,
CNN
also,
parted
both of
ways
those
with
women are
anchor
very
Don
beautiful.
Lemon.
Yeah, they are filling out the screen, and you're not missing any Don Lemon in this. They're owning things, and I think there's a little
Certainly
bit of a
not
smile.
past their prime.
No,
Yeah,
man.
right?
When he said that was not something that went over very well with his fellow compatriots here.
Statement, CNN CEO Chris Licht thanked Don for his contributions
Chris
over the
Licht.
past 17 years, writing in part, Don will forever be a part of the CNN family. We
That's
wish him
not
well.
really how it
weird.
works.
I love how they say that.
That's
No, Don is explicitly not a part of the CNN family
Now,
anymore.
forever. Forever is defined by until the end of time, and you have fired him.
That's like getting a divorce and being like, you will forever be a part of this family. Except
No, legally, no.
you may even be more of a part of the family in that case. You fire a guy and then go, if iHeart fires me and they're like, Sean will always be a part of the iHeart family. I'm like, no, I
But we are
wanted
going
to
to take
be.
away your credentials and your email
can't-
and any sort of perks you get from working for
Yeah,
these
you
companies.
no longer get a paycheck, but you're still part of the family.
Well, I mean, if iHeart says it, they're not totally wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's half the people that get laid off from this job end up back at it in some form or fashion.
yeah, you just take a little break. You know,
Yeah,
hit
yeah.
the beach and they come back and they said, we wish him well.
And we'll be cheering him on in his future endeavors.
Absolutely. Of course, Don was a big part of this show over the last 6 months. He was one of the first anchors on CNN to have me on his show. That's something
Little
I'll
tidbits.
obviously never forget. I agree with Chris. We wish him the best.
Yeah, we
But so
certainly do.
excited
Don
to
was
have
one
his
of my
time
first
slot.
friends
Yeah.
here at CNN. I'm so thankful to have worked alongside him and for his support for nearly 15 years here, and I wish him all good things ahead.
And then we go on to the news. 45 seconds, and, you'll be part of the CNN family forever, they promise. We got so much to get into today. We're looking forward to your dispatches. We want A-plus gold star dispatches today. I know in the world of sports there was a big update, and for some reason people were shocked about this. Everybody just jaws dropped. It was a wild moment when one of the reporters on ESPN, the NFL Live show, got a text message and it said, there's something that is happening.
Oh, Laura, we have breaking news right now.
Breaking news.
Aaron Rodgers officially is being traded to the New York Jets.
Oh, my God.
And it just came down moments ago in a trade involving 6 picks. Aaron Rodgers is going to the New York Jets. It's official.
Isn't it so weird how so much news travels just via text message?
Right.
He's like looking at his phone.
And right there on, the screen, it's like not even pretending the producers told him that they have the exclusive.
No.
He just looks at Twitter.
Yeah, no. I think he's like, this guy's like an insider. So it might be, I don't know, if Aaron Rodgers would text him.
I remember there was a story where one of the big agents in baseball was about to close some deal or something that would have been like breaking sports news, and he was at a baseball game when he did it, and he was like, he sort of watched this to the people around him. He's like, I'm gonna send this text here, and this trade is going through.
Watch this.
And he hits the button, and then in a couple minutes, the people that were like broadcasting that game had the cameras on that guy. And they're like,
really?
They just got confirmation that this is happening. Like it was kind of a cool moment. I think if you have that kind of, if you wield that kind of power with just a text message,
Right.
not
Yeah.
bad.
You're shaping things, and that's what this guy was doing.
It is happening.
It's
Finally,
happening.
after all this time, We've been waiting for this trade to happen, and now it is. And here are the details of the trade that just came down.
Well, who cares about that part? There's like 6 players or something. Who knows? The ayahuasca guy goes over to the Jets, which I'm sure he's happy about because this new woman he's sleeping with, hanging out with, she lives, I guess, near New York. So that it all works out. Life works out that way. We can watch today. I don't know what we'll be able to see or what will happen with this, but there is a mission going on right now where a private company out of Japan is landing on the moon.
Where was it?
Where's
that?
This private company.
It's
Did I mention that
amazing
they
to
were
me
private?
that you don't, like, it doesn't click to you like everyone else.
They're a private company out of Japan. And they are right now working on landing on the moon. In about an hour and a half, they'll be right at the point where, like, they're going to be landing on the moon.
Is there a person?
No peoples, but they got like a little thing that's going to be landing on there. It's
Is this Japan's first moon trip?
It is, I think, Japan's first moon trip. They said the Hakuto R and
No need to
1.
overdo it, dude.
And 2 is too many. 1 is just the right
Okay,
amount.
but do one more.
It's the inaugural mission for their iSpace lunar exploration program. And we'll peek in, see if they do this or if the damn thing blows up during the show today. And I guess take a shot. We're going to do that when we come back?
Sure.
We'll do that when we come back, and then we'll see if we go sideways at some point during the show today for Sabrina's birthday. Stay with us when we come back. Bam Margera's missing. Where the hell is he is a big question out there. Plus, your dispatches. Send those in right now. Go to thenewsjunkie.com, and we'll hear you in a moment. That is all coming up next on The News Junkie.
You might not have many friends, but we definitely don't. So, hey Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Emergency construction continues on Highway 1792, blocking the right lane heading southbound north of Port Florida Road. If I-4 is a part of your travels this morning, you can expect delays heading eastbound before US 27 and after State Road 429. There's slowdowns on I-4 eastbound between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Glenwood Road at Spring Garden Avenue. See traffic troubles, call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Florida Prepaid College Savings Plans. 76% of parents save for college in 2022. Now you can too. Their one-year university plan is their most affordable plan, starting at $45 a month. Open enrollment ends April 30th. Find your plan today.
Have you noticed that solar panels are popping up everywhere? You never know who's going to have solar next. And here's a thought, it could be you. Utility rates keep going up, and now is a great time to save big with Solar Source. Solar Source has been getting the job done in Central Florida for almost 40 years. And right now, Monster fans get special access to their new AI-powered tool that can get you an estimate in 1 minute or less. Visit solarsource.com/monsters for an instant quote.
Tommy Mello here, owner of A1 Garage Door Service. Springtime savings are here, and now is the perfect time to service your garage. Don't wait until a simple garage door repair becomes a major problem. If your garage door is noisy, if bugs are getting in, or if it struggles to open, your garage door is in need of a repair. Call A1 Garage today and receive the best service, best parts, and best warranty in the industry. Call today for our $129.99 tune-up special that includes a new bottom rubber.
A1 from day one.
Finding great people to hire can be like trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Their powerful matching technology delivers so many qualified candidates, it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. For less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
When you order food for work on EasyCater.com, we've got your back. Real humans are here to help with your order every step of the way, making sure everything goes right, even behind the scenes without you knowing. Confirming and double confirming with the restaurant that everything is on track. If there's a problem,
thanks for calling EasyCater.
Call us anytime, day or night, and we'll answer in seconds. We're right here with 100,000 restaurants, working hard to ensure the food arrives on time and is ordered. Order 24/7 at EasyCater.com.
When you get nachos, tacos, empanadas, spicy queso with jalapenos, Pepto-Bismol's there. Pepto-Bismol provides fast, effective relief from nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea. All the things that can happen unexpectedly on vacation. So before you travel, pack the Pepto. Pepto-Bismol.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Hi, can I take your order?
Yeah. Can I get one order of the Florida sweet corn and ricotta fritters?
Sorry, that's not on our menu.
Okay. Well, just one Florida blueberry cobbler then.
Where are you seeing these?
Follow freshfromflorida.com. FollowFreshFromFlorida.com has easy recipes for in-season local produce.
That's amazing.
Right? On second thought, no fast food for me today. Find seasonal recipes made with Florida ingredients at FollowFreshFromFlorida.com.
Could you use some extra help meeting basic needs? Like putting food on the table or paying the rent? Keeping your home warm and the lights on? Buying new shoes for growing feet? Or help with medical needs? Find out about the Supplemental Security Income Program, SSI, administered by Social Security. It's money you can use to help pay for basic needs like food, clothing, shelter, or medical needs. You could receive monthly SSI payments if your income and financial resources are low and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability, or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to learn more about SSI and start the application process today. That's ssa.gov/SSI. This message produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
We hear you, Orlando, loud and clear. You are growing, people are thriving, and business is booming. Ocean Bank has been helping businesses grow for over 40 years. And now, we are here to bring you even more possibilities with our new branch right in the heart of the city. The power of Ocean has come to Orlando. Visit us at our new branch in downtown or go online to oceanbank.com to learn more. Ocean Bank, member FDIC.
As America's largest injury law firm, size is our strength. Morgan & Morgan.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, HAPPY, HAPPY, HAPPY. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
TheNewsJunkie.com.
The mic was
on a Share the Show Tuesday. This is John emailing, and he says, I'm sharing the show with one of the bands from your rejoins. And he says, hey, News Junkie, wanted to tell you guys I had the pleasure of sharing the show with a band that plays one of your rejoin songs. The band is Water Parks, and the song is You'd Be Paranoid Too. I know that one. These guys are my daughter's favorite band, and her and I have gotten the chance to meet them many times. She's traveled from Fort Lauderdale to Charleston to Indiana to see these guys. Wow. And I've been along for most of these trips. They're really, really sweet guys and around Sabby and C-Lane's age. Not old like me, apparently. not really. They're not really my favorite music, but when you hear it constantly, it's catchy. Obviously, you use it for a rejoin. My daughter and I went to St. Pete this past Friday for a record release meet and greet with them. I decided to take the opportunity to pass along a News Junkie magnet. And after long consideration, I sent them the OG magnet, and they were very excited to hear that their music is on the show. And he sent some photos along of him and the band holding the magnet. And
the band again? I'm sorry.
The band is Water Parks. I'll play it at some point today.
What's up, Water Parks?
They're out there, and thank you for sharing the show. That's appreciated. What's only slightly appreciated is this magnificently large shot in front of me, which
I did. I poured what C-Lane asked.
Yeah.
And then I thought, Sean, you're in your house.
See, give me a light one. Give me a little itty bit.
And then what I would have put in C-Lane's, I put in Sean's.
I got it over here for you, bud. I got the rest of it. Cheers. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we did it.
Oh, this guy.
Oh, my God. Oh!
Did you take the whole thing?
Yes!
Oh, my
I'm
God.
supposed
you
to.
Go half and half, man.
Oh, went right for it.
Okay.
Went right for it. I'm sorry.
Don't throw up in the equipment.
Apologies
That'd
to
be
everybody.
strike two.
Yeah, we don't want that happening again this week. We're going to hear from you and your dispatches in just a moment. Go to thenewsjunkie.com to hit record on your first dispatch right now. There is somebody out there that is in big trouble.
Uh-oh.
Because they messed with an animal that the folks in the wildlife world do not like people to mess with. And if you're somebody who has property that you've tried to develop on, you're very aware of what this very protected animal is. Do you have any idea what this animal is? You're not at all supposed to mess with.
Don't mess with them. I'm going manatees.
Manatees are definitely on the list, but no, it's not a manatee in this particular story.
Are they invasive?
I don't think so. No.
Are they an animal that you like?
I mean, I like this animal. It's not.
So not a peacock.
I wouldn't.
I was thinking bald eagle because those are very protected.
No, not a stupid bald eagle. No, you could shoot those all you want. It's actually Florida law that you must.
Actually, it is not. That is fake news.
I thought I heard that at some point.
Yeah.
What do you think it is, Sheila?
Is
I'm
it
trying
cute?
to think
Can
of
you-
turtles.
I
the
think
sea
they're
turtles.
cute. Oh, you're in the right
Land
universe.
turtle.
Okay, now you're talking. You're in
Loggerhead.
Snapping turtle.
It is.
I don't know
We're
any
gonna go
other
through
turtles.
every type of turtle.
Ninja turtles.
It is not a ninja turtle. It is a gopher tortoise.
The turtle club. Turtle.
The gopher tortoises are incredibly protected. If you're over in Dallas listening, in the state of Florida, you do not mess with a gopher tortoise. It is a big deal. And the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission said they're searching for the person who shot a gopher tortoise at least 2 times. They found the injured tortoise in a St. Cloud yard, and they were able to get it medical assistance. This damn thing survived. The tortoise is strong. They said friends over at Fox 35 have photos with a bloody bandage on the side of the 6-pound, 12-inch gopher tortoise, and an x-ray reveals 4 different bullet fragments inside of this damn thing. You are not supposed to mess with these, as I said, and it's a protected species. If you are found guilty of injuring or killing them, you could get 5 years in prison for screwing with one of these things. So somebody screwed up big time.
Do you get beat up in prison if they ask you what you're in for and you're like, well, I've
Animals?
messed with a gopher?
I don't know. Are they protective over animals in prison? What are the big things? Like, definitely if you do something with a kid, you're...
you're dead.
Yeah, but I think, I don't know. I think you would get beat up because the crime that you committed is it's a pussy crime.
Yeah.
It's a pussy.
As they say.
Sir,
this is a pussy crime in the first degree.
If you were in jail for beating a man to death and the word got around, I don't think you're going to get as messed with.
Yeah.
Now, if it was something against a kid, like we said before,
that's bad. That's going to get you a
if
target
it was
on
something
your back.
against a cop, you might be.
It might be a plus, you think?
You might be praised in a weird, twisted way.
It's a backwards world.
If you
from the
are
regular
a
world.
cop, you don't want anybody to know.
That's as bad as messing with the kids.
But if you got 5 years in prison for moving a gopher tortoise or for messing with a gopher tortoise, they might go, this guy is a 10-ply. He's tissue paper. What are we doing here?
Yeah, that could put
Let's
a target
beat the crap
on it.
out of him. Nothing's going to happen.
One thing that I always think about, because I've known some people who have gotten a tortoise as a pet. You can get the ones you get
You're
them real
supposed to
little.
report that, Sean.
They bought them. I guess you could buy some of them. Not this one. Not the gopher tortoise. But these people would go out and
What
they would
about the
buy
tortoise gopher?
I don't know what they would, what kind of tortoise it is, but they would buy these little land tortoises or tortai, and they would have these in their backyard, and they'd build like a little doghouse for the tortoise that they had. And it's almost to me like getting particular birds, because when you get a tortoise, it can easily live like 100 years. Like you're getting an animal that you're going to be passing down to somebody else, because that's how long these things can be around for.
Are they that hard to take care of, though?
They seem like they're not, but I wonder. Maybe it's a big pain in the ass and it just doesn't look like it. But yeah, I think there's some birds that live for like 60, 70 years.
That's what we thought about Bongo.
Oh, poor Bongo. How long did he last?
Since, I got him when I was in 8th grade.
Right, yeah.
Good 15.
Oh, that's pretty long. Yeah.
20?
He's a different type of
I don't
bird,
know.
too. Meanwhile, before we hear from you with these dispatches that are lining up, Bam Margera, God, has he been going through a terrible, terrible rough patch.
Up and down, my friend.
He's like always on the verge of either going to prison or being found dead. He clearly has some issues with either drinking or some sort of drugs, and everybody in his sphere has tried to help him. I saw somebody the other day, I think it was in the News Junkie Discord, and they were talking about, I won't say anything personal about it, but they were talking about a family member that they had, and they were like, this person is struggling with stuff, but we're giving up. And I was like, I know how that is. I know what that's like.
I mean, that was like a big base of the Intervention TV show.
Yeah, right.
Like, they had the family members and friends saying, if you don't do this, then we're cutting off all communication. I'll never speak to you again.
Right, because
the
you have
ultimatums.
to. I mean, at some point you have to.
And he still gets it, but then you look at a celebrity like that who, no matter if you have the closest people in his life telling him, we're going to cut you off, he still has a group of yes men.
Right, yeah, they've got the people around them that probably are facilitating this being even worse with more drugs or drinking or whatever. And then you got the people that are actual friends who are on the outside who are trying and trying and trying. And people often feel guilty if you have somebody who's like suffering from very bad addiction to drugs or alcohol or whatever. You feel bad if you're like, well, I don't want to cut myself off from them because they're suffering here. It's like sometimes that's the thing you got to do. And you just hope the best for them. And you hope that they fix everything. And you hope that they come around afterwards and go, man, I was a mess. Sorry about that. And then you can move on. But you got to do this.
Sometimes you got to do that, and there's like not drugs involved. It's just like
just personal stuff.
Just a history of terrible decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Mental health.
Not even that. Just like giving you enough money, and here goes.
Yeah.
We're done.
Let me tell you something. Lending money can lead to a lot of bad things between friends.
I could say to that as well.
Because you think, like, in the moment, because I lent somebody a couple $1,000s one time when I was younger.
Good to
Sean,
know.
I told you not to tell anyone about that.
And this friend of mine, we were like best friends at the time. And I go, I know you're not supposed to lend your friends this kind of money, but like this guy I can trust.
He's going to give it back.
And I'm hitting this guy up every week, and I'm like, hey, man, you got any of that money? Can I get like some kind of payment from you? And he'd go, no, I don't have it this week. And then I go over, and he had bought like new rims for his truck.
Get out of
And
here.
He bought a new stereo system, and and I'm like, you're buying all of these things
With my money.
Yeah, with the money that you're supposed to be paying me back for. That can be bad.
Did you ever get it back?
I did eventually. It took
Really?
me a long time. It took me like maybe a year or so plus. But in this case, Bam Margera, there's an arrest warrant for him right now, according to Pennsylvania State Police. State police allege Margera was involved in a physical confrontation with another person. That person was his brother. Suffered minor injuries. State police said once troopers responded to the location, Margera fled into the woods, and he has not been found. So he just ran into the woods, and they have no idea where he is. Now, he lives in an area. He's got this house. He still lives in that same house. Did you guys watch Viva La Bam, the show?
Yeah.
No.
He still lives in that house that was featured on the show.
Lancaster.
Yeah.
Was Bam, Viva La Bam, was that the one where it was his dad, Phil?
Yeah.
And they did that whole billboard campaign, Don't Feed Phil?
Yes.
'Cause Phil
Oh.
was a big, giant,
Yeah.
badass.
But the show itself, like, he constantly was doing pranks or whatever to his parents.
Fireworks.
April.
Attacking
I think
them.
was his mom's
April
name.
was his mom. They put an alligator in the kitchen one time. And so the whole thing was filmed there.
Remember when-
He still lives at that house.
Okay, maybe I did see this show more than I thought I did, because remember when he spray painted, or like he had his dad's car painted the dirty slutmobile? Was that Bam, or was that Tom Green?
That was Tom Green,
Okay.
I think. I think that might have been him.
And then he also had his uncle, who I believe has since passed. The one that had the
Vito,
cock eyes.
Uncle Vito, right? And he touched some girls at one point.
Okay, didn't know that update.
Yep.
That-
Yeah.
I think I remember.
Can I say I'm surprised?
Vincent
No.
Margera, Uncle Vito,
Hearing
Don
that
Vito.
Uncle Vito was, or Don Vito. I think I remember hearing that. He
That's
was
what it is.
So if you go
Yeah.
on TMZ, Sean, they gave an update this
Oh,
morning.
did they find him in the woods or no?
No, they have an update on the details of the police report.
Uh-huh.
And according to the cops who spoke to the alleged victims, one being Bam's brother, he started banging on his brother Jesse's bedroom door at 8 a.m. on Sunday, left a note behind, and the note reads
Oh, boy.
as this. If you even think of calling the cops on me, I will officially you up. Jesse goes on to say he went downstairs to find Bam peeing into the kitchen sink.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
At which point a fight broke out. In the docks, Jesse claims Bam wailed on him, struck him multiple times in the head. Cops make a note of this in their report, noting visible injuries that they observed. And then after the brawl, Jesse goes on to allege that Bam said, "I'll kill you. I'll put a bullet in your head."
Jesus,
End
man.
quote.
What a spiral. It's like,
Thanksgiving's going to be weird.
it's so tough to watch this kind of stuff happen, and there's nothing you can do. I mean,
But it hasn't stopped with him.
No.
Like, there was not even a moment in which he's like, "I'm getting the help I need."
no, this
He
goes way
lo-
back.
He escaped all the rehabs
Well, you
that
guys,
he's been to.
you remember all the videos where he was like kind of losing it for a while, and he's like, "No, this pentagram is the key to whatever
Oh,
Illuminati," and he was really, really in a bad place. Now he's still just a mess. He's got to get it
Buddy.
together. And All Day Yuckers on Twitch says, "Yeah, and their fathers too, both of them." And it's like, yeah, he's got a kid, and this is what he's doing out there.
Kid who is going to be able to look on the internet and see
Yeah.
all the crap that his dad has been through.
Watch all these videos and just see all this stuff. Sea-Lane with the baby on the way here. You got to think about
Oh, my
this.
God.
You know, your child one day will see your exploits. Is there anything out there that you're worried about that your child would one day see and you'd be like, "Oh,
It's a
God."
great question.
I think some of the old stuff that I wouldn't love if they saw.
Like during our early years or
No.
before the news?
No.
Probably when he was an intern.
Yeah, there was some intern stuff that I think is long gone. They say nothing ever disappears from the internet. That's only if you're like really balls famous.
No,
Which-
Barbara Streisand couldn't get it off the internet.
No,
Remember?
Barbara Streisand is really famous.
Yeah, but
she couldn't
I'm
get
not
it.
Barbara Streisand. I'm saying
No, she could not get it off the internet. Even as famous as she was, even Axl
Okay,
Rose could not get his stuff
all
off
right,
the
all right.
internet.
I misspoke. They say that you can't get stuff off the internet, and unless you're really balls famous, that's not necessarily true. You
Right.
can, the stuff disappears.
Yeah, you trying to disappear some stuff or?
No, I think most of the stuff's already gone.
You know, what we can do now is you can give a message to your future child,
and
then they can Google that.
Not doing that.
Yeah, just saying, hey, kid,
I haven't.
come on.
Here's what
haven't
we're
prepared anything.
It's Auntie Sab, Uncle Sean. We're here to
That's
tell
not going
you.
to happen either, I don't think. Here's what we could do.
I'm
We
definitely
could go
Tia
around
Sab.
and we could find all of the incriminating and very embarrassing videos of C-Lane and photographs. We compile them into one zip file.
Bury them in the ground.
We build a secret website with a dead man switch, and we'll reset it every day.
Until we're dead?
No, if you're mean to us
Someone's
one day.
gonna forget.
If you are mean to us, we come in here.
Okay, so now you're threatening him?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. And then I won't reset it, and
Yeah.
boom, it sends it out to, babyclane at gmail.com.
Your
or
child
whatever the
will
child's
never,
name is.
ever hear.
I've done some things to baloney that aren't normal.
Or
My
this.
child
Apparently,
loves
having
baloney.
sex with a wiener dog is awesome.
What were you saying?
I don't remember that.
No, we never do. We never do.
I'm taking home a girl with a penis.
All right, let's go over to your dispatches. Let's see what's happening over here. We got Kyle chiming in, and he's talking about gopher tortoises or tortoise.
Good afternoon,
whatever.
junkies.
Hey.
Man, these gopher tortoises, let me tell you, I live close to the coast, and these things, they're everywhere on my property. I had a car out on the side of my garage. Next thing I know, I come home, it looks like it's got a flat tire. I go investigate. Nope. Gopher tortoise dug a hole under the tire. Whole darn hole collapsed. Whole car is sitting on the ground now, and I got to
Hold
yank
on.
it out of there. I go
Hold
around
on.
the back of my garage, pulling motorcycles out. Gopher tortoise dug a hole like 2 foot away, roll it over. Oh, guess what? His hole goes underneath there. Motorcycle collapses into the hole. I got to manhandle this motorcycle out.
Almost cursed.
Oh, these gopher tortoises are a pain in my tortoises. Take it
Thank
easy,
you,
guys.
Kyle. Speaking of tortoises and all that kind of stuff, did you see the kid with the turtle shell? Did you see this kid?
No.
No.
Oh my God! Let me see if I can bring this up.
Your algorithm is weird.
No,
man.
there's like I just saw it in the news. There was a kid who's like growing a turtle shell on him.
I bet your For You page is pretty sus.
It's
It
a little
is
weird.
sus.
Oh, here it is. Okay, it says born as a real life little ninja turtle, and this is a true story. He's from Florida. This little
Of
kid.
course he is.
And his name is, he's 19 months old. His name's James McCallum. And they said none of the ultrasounds revealed anything out of the ordinary before her son was born. And then they found out he's got like a...
Ew. Honestly, good luck, kid. That's
What the
disgusting.
hell is that? It's a turtle shell.
That is No, not a it's turtle not. shell.
If you tell him it's a turtle shell, it's
That
better
looks
than
like
the
a
alternative.
giant ball sack. Thank you.
It does, actually. He's a poor little guy.
Please, you know what the parents did? Disservice to that child and the rest of his life.
Put this photo on the
Yes.
internet. Yeah. I mean, hopefully it's something
Is
that
there
they
a
can...
GoFundMe
It looks
attached
like
to
it
it?
looks like they laid the child down on its stomach and then
It's
just
so gross.
piled slices of pastrami on it.
It's
with hair on it.
It's interesting looking.
Slightly burnt.
But I like the framing of it as a turtle shell as opposed to some of the other
That
things.
doesn't look like a turtle shell.
His-
So, count the years on him.
Maybe more months in this case.
1,
but
2.
They said James then had surgery to replace the nevus with healthy skin. He's got one more surgery in line to remove it
nevus.
entirely. Yeah, that's what they're calling it here, a nevus.
I'm really grossed out.
A giant congenital melanocytic nevus.
Oh, he's so cute.
Did you just say congenital?
Congenital, excuse me. I was looking at the word next to it. Get out of here. You say congenital melanocytic nevus.
James was diagnosed with giant congenital
Yeah, buddy. You're going to hit the brakes somewhere.
I'm reading it from across the room. Melanocytic
Melanocytic
nevus.
Nevus or
Nevis.
Nevis. We don't know. But hopefully this guy's doing
You're a
all right.
Nevis.
Because he's getting the whole thing
Hopefully.
removed.
Now, how much money would you
Take a bite.
That's exactly what I was going to
I thought you were going to say lick. And I was like, I can't lick a baby.
No, eat it. Yeah, like
No,
a
once it's
tiny,
removed from the
it's
baby.
off?
tiny forkful.
I would take a forkful of the baby shell for not much, actually. Like maybe 10 grand I'd do it for. Just a little
okay.
forkful.
This all makes sense.
Yeah, that would be
So you-
interesting. I don't know if I can eat it,
Are
though.
you hungry right now?
No, it's not making me
you're
more
watering
hungry.
a little bit
I'll tell
in
you
the
that.
mouth.
It's not making me any more hungry than I was to begin with. I'll put
Listen,
this up on See It Now.
I know what stroller Ashley is looking at, and so I'm going to need more than 10 grand.
You're right.
To eat the
But it's still in the
baby
equation
shell.
with all these bills that you're staring at down the line, right? So we're going to put that up on See It Now. Take a peek. We also got more of your dispatches coming up in just a minute. Mother's Day is on the horizon, and there's a lot of emails that are going out ahead of time. Why? This is something interesting, and I want to see what you think about it. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Twitter? Yep. We're still there. Real Radio 1041 on Twitter is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Margera with a look at your Central Florida forecast. Afternoon highs today will be reaching the low 80s. There is a 50% chance for showers and thunderstorms as we head into the afternoon hours today. You can expect heavy rain at times, frequent lightning, and there is the potential for some damaging wind gusts as well as small hail. So remember to depend on the Fox 35 Storm Team, and it looks like that storm coverage will be even higher for your Wednesday.
This report is sponsored by Tri-County Metals.
Value Beauty Protection. 3 things a metal roof from Tri-County Metals will add to your home. Get the roof you want now. Financing is available with payments as low as $99 a month. Learn more at TriCountyMetals.com. That's TriCountyMetals.com.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
When you get nachos, tacos, empanadas, spicy queso with jalapenos, Pepto-Bismol's there. Pepto-Bismol provides fast, effective relief from nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea. All the things that can happen unexpectedly on vacation. So before you travel, pack the Pepto. Pepto-Bismol.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Hey, it's Ryan from the Monsters in the Morning.
And Scott from Edgewater Family Wealth.
Scott, I've been thinking, at this point in my life, which is more important, to manage my time or to manage my money?
You know, it's weird you bring that up. I have a good friend named Sandy who likes to tell me that when you're young, Ryan, you got lots of time, you probably ain't got much money. But when you get older, if you do things right, you got some money, but you ain't got much time.
Let's talk more about that on It's Only Money on Real Radio 104.1, 8 a.m. Sunday morning.
Hi, can I take your order?
Yeah. Can I get one order of the Florida sweet corn and ricotta fritters?
Sorry, that's not on our menu.
Okay. Well, just one Florida blueberry cobbler then.
Where are you seeing these?
Follow freshfromflorida.com. Follow freshfromflorida.com has easy recipes for in-season local produce.
That's amazing.
Right? On second thought, no fast food for me today. Find seasonal recipes made with Florida ingredients at followfreshfromflorida.com.
At Fifth Third Bank, we give you free checking, never have hidden fees, and help protect your identity.
Oh, really?
Yep. See, our name equals 166.7%, so we put in that much effort.
Well, my name's Jim, so I guess I'm headed to the gym, and I'm gonna put in 166.7% effort too.
Oh, I'm proud of you.
No one's ever been proud of me.
This is banking a Fifth Third better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association member FDIC.
It happens in a matter of seconds, but the aftermath can last a lifetime. Car crash, slip and fall, there's only one Mo you should call. The Mo you know. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Don't miss the USA Gun Show this weekend at the Osceola Heritage Park at 1911 Kissimmee Valley Lane.
Buy, sell, trade.
Doors open at 9 with concealed carry classes daily. Admission is $10. Kids 14 and under are free. Check out our Facebook or usagunshowsoflorida.com.
Listening to this station on your free iHeartRadio app could put $5,000 in your pocket.
No way, are you kidding me?
Open your app and search this station to be instantly qualified for the cash.
Yay! Thank you so much.
Download the free iHeartRadio app for all the music, radio, and podcasts you love.
If your company needs to spring into efficient hiring, then check out Indeed. Their powerful hiring platform makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
To you, your dispatches on the way in just a moment. I saw this story going around. It's one of these ones where people are freaking out about it, and I think like you're not using your brain, and maybe that's what's leading to all the outrage on this, but maybe you disagree, and if so, hit us up with the dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. But this time of year is when we get into gear, and very soon Mother's Day will arrive.
Full of cheer.
I know, I was almost going to rhyme another line there.
Have a beer.
Lay by the bay, I just may. Right out of the movie. But the Mother's Day weekend used to be a big one at our house. We would make it so my mom didn't have to do much, cook her breakfast, which she always pretended that she liked, and I'm sure it was terrible, and she just kind of muscled through it. She loved it. She liked Mother's Day with the family. Didn't want to do anything wild, just kind of wanted to spend time with all the kids and stuff, myself, my brother, and my sister. My mother is no longer with us, and So I see this story maybe in a different light here, but people are saying corporate America is trying to cancel Mother's Day.
Cancel?
Yes, they want to get rid of Mother's Day. And I think what these people think is happening here is that it's some sort of woke type thing where we can no longer say the word woman, or, everybody can be a mother, or whatever you want to say. And
that mother has a penis.
Right. And I think that they're thinking that, and they're like, that's why they don't want to say Mother's Day, because the word female, the word mother, the word Mother's Day, or the phrase Mother's Day is offensive. I don't think that's what's happening here. I think everybody's just knee-jerk crazy about all this stuff now. And I've been watching these things happen for a long time, a very long time. But this doesn't seem like that to me. I actually think this is an okay thing for these corporations to do. Now, what they're doing, and this is a lot of big companies right now, they're sending emails ahead of Mother's Day. So in advance of Mother's Day, they're sending emails. And here's one from Nespresso. I don't know who these people are that sign up for the Nespresso email list, but...
Are they somebody who ordered a Nespresso machine online?
Yeah, and somehow they capture your email address.
Yes, check this box to send me deals.
So they're saying like corporate America is canceling Mother's Day, but look at the email and just kind of open your mind a little bit and think about this with me. The email from Nespresso says, prefer not to hear about Mother's Day? With Mother's Day coming up, we understand this can be a difficult time of year for some. If you would like to opt out of Mother's Day emails, you can simply click below. We'll still keep you up to date on other news, they say. That's from the Nespresso company, right?
I don't necessarily think that that's that bad.
No, I think this is meant for somebody who maybe their mom just died.
That's the first thing I thought when I read it.
And they go, I don't want to get one on Mother's Day.
I just talked to somebody about this over the weekend who is part of a counselor of this camp worldwide, I think maybe just in the United States, called Explore.
Okay.
I got to double check, but it is a camp for children, I think 5 to 18 years old, who have just lost a parent or a sibling. And she's a counselor, and she lost her father a couple years ago. And they have been pushing for stuff like this because of how triggering it can be.
Right. And the problem is all this stuff is so loaded. So like the word triggering, it brings people right back to like a college kid who can't take the most simple like microaggression, and they're like, okay, whatever, you're a snowflake. No, this is like, if your mom died and a month later you wake up and in your inbox there's a thing about Happy Mother's Day and a bunch of flowers everywhere and a bunch of pictures of smiling moms. Like, that is something that actually can trigger an emotional response in you that you might want to avoid.
And it's one of the biggest holidays on top of Father's Day. So I do appreciate what they're doing with that. And what I also find really cool about, and I have to like double check the name, but I think it's like Camp Explore, that they offer it free to any child that has been through that.
Oh, that's cool. That's a good thing to have.
I would love to pass on the information because I didn't realize we were going to talk about this right now. So maybe we can. I'll get the website for everybody. But
for sure.
If you know somebody,
you didn't get the text from Sean that's like, we're talking about Mother's Day next.
No, I didn't.
You didn't get the early morning printout.
My timer stopped out there, and I looked at it. I'm like, 4 minutes left. That doesn't make any sense. I see Sean on TV.
Sam on YouTube says, I mean, it could be targeted towards like what Sean said. Or, and this is a good point, women or couples who want to get pregnant and haven't been able to.
Yeah.
That's another thing, too,
That's, Ashley was joking about wanting to announce the baby on April Fool's Day.
Right. Man.
And, I mean, obviously, we would be telling the truth. However, there's plenty of people who do the positive pregnancy test post on April 1st, and it's a joke. And then every couple of them, there'll be somebody in the comments that's like, that's just totally disrespectful to people who have been trying to get pregnant and haven't and blah, blah, blah. And you're just like, man, you just can't win all the time.
It is overly sensitive in some of these cases, but there's nothing wrong with the company saying, hey, we're about to send out this email. If you don't want this email,
you can opt out.
And you might even argue, well, they are still sending an email about Mother's Day by saying opt out of the next one.
They're trying.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you this would be because of all the scary things that people are thinking about their job's going to be over because AI is taking over. This would be a really good implementation of an AI, like a Chat GPT or some sort of AI that you just attach to your mailbox and say, I just lost this member of my family.
Yep. Filter all this
mother,
out.
father, whatever. Read all my emails. Make sure they're not important.
Right.
But if they're just advertising for Mother's Day stuff, let's send them off to some other folder for the next couple of years.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. A couple people chiming in here. Amy says, listen, losing my mom is the hardest thing I've ever been through, but it's my responsibility to handle my grief and emotions, not the rest of the world's.
That's a really good point.
And to that, Amy, you don't have to opt out of the email. I think it's just for somebody who is like mega sensitive about this, somebody who's really going through something.
And some people might not know how sensitive they are with that topic until it happens to them.
Yeah. I mean, I think that you would read something like this and probably think, I can't see how you would be just so upset about it. You would probably think this was like a good offering, but here's Levi's. They sent one out. It says, hey there. So Mother's Day is just around the corner. Before we start bombarding you with mom-related content, we wanted to check in first. We know motherhood and all the associated feelings, emotions, and memories can be tricky and even triggering for some people. The last thing we want to do is hit you with the celebratory yay mom energy that doesn't match up with your vibe. So this year we're giving the option to opt out of your Mother's Day content by clicking here. That way we can make sure only those who actively want Mother's Day related communications will receive them and those that don't won't. It's that easy. Blah, blah, blah.
I appreciate that. And by the way, it was Experience Camps, experiencecamps.org. I sent you guys the link.
Oh, that's cool, man.
But if you know someone, especially children, that need someone to talk to, like there are therapists available. It is completely free.
That's cool. Yeah. It says, here's the website for experiencecamps.org. We give grieving children experiences that change their lives forever. And imagine you're a little kid. This is so much harder if you're a young kid.
I can't even imagine.
That's very, very tough. It takes you away from the situation that's bringing you down so much and sort of gives you something to offer some amazing moments that will distract you. You can't argue with that. So I know that everybody will go, hey, this is just coddling people. I think there is a lot of stuff out there that coddles people way too much, but this ain't it, man. This is just something that's trying to reach out and say, hey, here's what's going on. Aaron says, Jesus Christ, how sensitive has our society become? We're worried about this as Taiwan is encircled by aircraft carriers. Yes, Aaron, there is no way to focus on both of those things at the same time. We are only limited to reacting to one thing at a time, so it's the Mother's Day thing.
Thanks, Aaron.
I didn't even know Taiwan was being circled by aircraft carriers.
Get with it, man. Aaron, this is a common trope that I hear when somebody sees something and it's a story that they don't like. They're like, well, why are we focused on this when we could focus on this? We are beyond an octopus when it comes to the amount of things that a human being can deal with at any given time. And we have more than 8 tentacles. And one of them can deal with stupid stuff, and one of them can deal with more serious stuff. I think this is an interesting conversation to at least start. What do you think? Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch now. Also, we're going to get to some of those. Oh, do we have time for dispatches? We might be a little. Let's do one real quick then. Here's a lot of people chiming in on Mother's Day, including Ren. Here's Ren.
Hey guys, yeah, I don't really think that the Mother's Day thing is very much like a woke issue that they're making it into. I think it's really for 2 valid reasons. One is if you lose your mother. I lost my mother back in 2018, so I know exactly. I mean, sometimes you don't want to be reminded of that,
Right.
But I also think that a really big point to make is for those that were going to become a mother or have been a mother, like myself, I also lost a child, and I don't know. Sometimes it's nice to not have to wonder whether I'm still a mother or not, Yeah, I'd probably turn off the updates too. Thanks, guys.
Right, and it's your opportunity to do so if they send this kind of stuff out there. It's simply just the technology behind email lists getting a little bit better. If there were tossing out something else, like, because I could see where this would go. Like, if they were like, 4th of July is coming up, and if you're not patriotic and you want to opt out of our 4th of July, right, then you go, okay, this is stupid. This is dumb. But this one makes sense to me. I don't have an issue with it. If you do, go ahead and send a dispatch to us at thenewsjunkie.com. Abraham on Twitch says, we do these type of emails at work. It's not because we give an S about your feelings. It's because of the data we obtain to prevent someone from unsubscribing. Not a bad point. Not a bad point. If you have an email list of, let's say, 1 million customers, that's a huge asset to your business. If you find out what those people like and what those people don't like, it is going to help you with the people who will unsubscribe to that email list. And let's say you've got some people who are anti all kinds of things that they would call woke. You go, well, let's not send the email to them because they'll unsubscribe in high numbers. But then you go, we've got these people who we know are fond of that kind of content, so let's send it to them. This is just targeting. It seems kind of smart and like a no-brainer to me. But do tell us what's on your mind at thenewsjunkie.com. What were we going to say?
I'll tell you later.
I heard I don't even. And then that's all I heard.
I don't know how it could be from woke or unwoke.
Not
those
this.
two sides. I mean, everyone on both sides and someone who is right in the middle has lost.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine how hard it could be. And you won't know that until you're in that situation.
Exactly. I think that this is not a partisan thing. It's not Republicans, Democrats. It's not. It's just it's people who may be going through a tough time. You don't want to make it any worse for them. When we come back, we're going to get to something that was just announced. We'll probably try to tune into whatever's happening with this thing on the moon in Japan and a whole lot more coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your shot at $1,000 is next. Brought to you locally by Mills Air. If you want a shot at $5,000, make sure you're listening to us on our free iHeartRadio app.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Watch out for slowdowns on I-4 eastbound before US 27 and after Osceola Polk Line Road. There's delays on I-4 eastbound between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. Watch out for congestion on I-4 westbound between Princeton Street and Colonial Drive. Construction continues, blocking the right lane on Highway 1792 heading southbound north of Fort Florida Road. See traffic troubles, call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Bank of America. Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America, N.A. Copyright 2023.
Hey, business owners, you are the backbone of America. You took your dream and you turned it into something. And now that you're getting some success, it's always good to have some expert help along the way. And you can do this if you have a problem at your business by getting the folks over at Mills Air to help you out. Now, they can also help you out at your home or anywhere else you are. They are the best around. If you've been looking at really high energy bills, sometimes $300, $400, $500 just skyrocketing, the vast majority of your power bill is actually your air conditioner outside your house. And it's probably because it's old or just inefficient or maybe not working right. You can have a technician from Mills Air come out and help you get into the other side of the power bill, the lower side, where you're much more comfortable and you're saving a bunch of money. They've been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years of experience in keeping Central Florida cool. And if you want one of those new Carrier units, they are the place. They're a Carrier factory authorized dealer. It means they can get you up to $1,275 in rebates. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you could always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Here's their phone number, 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
In this week's Marketers Report, we hear about the importance of local radio from Allison Griffin, head of marketing at State Farm.
iHeart has such a broad broadcast reach that is local, and for us to be able to touch customers with a local feel but at a national scale is so efficient and important for us.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, trusted influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
I'll pay you $100 for last look. When you're doing a deal at a dealership,
take a picture of your deal sheet, send it to givemethevin.com. If we can't beat your trade-in offer, I'll send you a check for $100. We do the same thing with CarMax offers. Can't beat a CarMax offer? Send you a check for $100. Worst thing that could happen is you get $100. Best thing that could happen is you get $3,000 more for your car or your trade. We are America's best car buyer for a reason. We'll see you online at givemethevin.com.
Sell us your car. Givemethevin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Could you use monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet? Find out about supplemental security income. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI. Produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
At Sunbelt Rentals, tools rule. They also clean and cut, chip and chop. They construct and destruct, help you climb up high and dig down deep. We rent tools that do so much for those with so much to do. The right size tools for your size jobs, and the expertise to help you rent the perfect one every single time. So next time you need a tool that nails, screws, paints, or polishes, rent in-store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Ricardo, quote, "This is one of the greatest inventions ever. I know this may sound like I'm exaggerating, but this sucker is amazing. The first time I did it, I couldn't believe what came out of my sinuses. I could breathe with ease. My wife just bought one too. Thank you for this product," unquote. He's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Finding great people to hire can be like trying to find a needle in a haystack. But not with ZipRecruiter. Their powerful matching technology delivers so many qualified candidates, it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. For less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
When you order food for work on EasyCater.com, we've got your back. Real humans are here to help with your order every step of the way, making sure everything goes right, even behind the scenes without you knowing. Confirming and double confirming with the restaurant that everything is on track. If there's a problem,
thanks for calling EasyCater.
Call us anytime, day or night, and we'll answer in seconds. We're right here with 100,000 restaurants, working hard to ensure the food arrives on time and is ordered. Order 24/7 at EasyCater.com.
Hi, can I take your order?
Yeah. Can I get one order of the Florida sweet corn and ricotta fritters?
Sorry, that's not on our menu.
Okay. Well, just one Florida blueberry cobbler then.
Where are you seeing these?
Follow freshfromflorida.com. FollowFreshFromFlorida.com has easy recipes for in-season local produce.
That's amazing.
Right? On second thought, no fast food for me today. Find seasonal recipes made with Florida ingredients at FollowFreshFromFlorida.com.
At Morgan & Morgan, the fee is free. You don't pay us anything unless we win your case.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind Studios. Why Kaufman & Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone.
This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. C-H-E-C-K. Check. That's check. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Real Radio. Real Radio. 102.1.
appreciate you.
Good times.
You can watch the show here on Sabrina's birthday at YouTube or twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. We can see all your messages rolling right in here.
Oh, yeah, and thank you to Dispatch this morning. Discord, I think,
Yeah,
in
yeah.
particular, that I got a whole bunch of happy birthday messages before 10.
You have your notifications on for that? Oof.
Yeah, I did.
That's a risky bet right there.
Well, it will change after today, but it was still very sweet.
Yeah, they love you over there.
I think I just get the notifications for when someone @s me.
Yeah, but you don't have that?
I do have
Because I
it.
thought that's what was getting your attention. Because here's the thing. They love you when you go over there, but when you pop in, they're like, I'm always hanging out in the Discord. So when you pop in, they're like, Sabrina's here. It's almost like, get it together, everybody. Like, she's here.
And then I leave immediately.
they're like, don't scare her off. And then somebody says something awkward, and then
I get
it's
scared
like,
off.
see you later. Get out of here. They aren't ready for it.
But I love you guys very much, and it's, it's not against you, like the sweet ones, but yeah, one awkward message, or perhaps like I just pop in because I get the notification at 4:20.
Yes.
And I, say what's up, and then I have to go walk the dog or
Right.
clean the litter box.
There's always something going on in there. We got Slabba Dabba, who is Mod God.
Nice guy. I
thought it was
over on
God Mod.
Discord. God Mod or Mod God? I always forget. God Mod over on Discord. Slabba Dabba. Love him. And everybody else who's in there just all the time hanging out. And honestly, I go in there and I'll be like, guys, give me some movie suggestions. Give me this. There's like a great little chat that's constantly going. And people are making really close friends over there. So if you want to join the Discord, go to thenewsjunkie.com and you'll see the link there.
Speaking of suggestions, I know that you talked about starting this show, but I don't know if you got all the way through. We did another couple episodes of The Night Agent last night.
I watched it.
I don't know if we finished that or not, or if they're. I don't even know if they're all out. Are they? Is everything out there?
I think
Everything's
they're all there.
out. The Derby weekend, Radio Michael 7 had come over, and I was like, hey, man, when you get here, we're going to go out for drinks Friday night.
Let's
and then
party.
I said, we're not doing anything, actually. And we sat on the couch, and we watched all of The Night Agent.
I thought the beginning of it at least was good. I didn't
It's
see
corny.
the rest. Yeah, it is a little cheesy.
But at the end of each episode, they ring you in to watch the next episode.
There's some pretty good cliffhanger action on that show.
Yeah, we've been watching a little bit of that. There's so many good shows out always now because there's so many opportunities to put content on every different platform.
I watched Sunday morning, the Wellmania. It's the Australian show
I
on
haven't seen
Netflix.
that.
So cute, so fun, so funny.
Is it reality or like an actual scripted show?
Scripted, but it's like rugged,
Uh-huh.
but deals with mental health. Has a nice little happy ending.
Rugged,
at
but
the end.
deals with mental health is a weird crossroads.
Yeah, right.
It's
Like, because it's
get over here, you pussy.
Yeah, exactly.
Go to the
But-
psychiatrist.
But then let's do something where we think about it and think about getting ourselves together, both mentally and physically.
Well, all that aside, do you have big plans tonight for your birthday?
Do I have big?
We already know what our plan is.
Yeah,
we
you guys
heard-
are supposed to be part of the plans.
We heard that you were possibly going to the strip club.
We're going to the strip club.
We asked yesterday, but I forgot what the answer was. Are you taking a limo, or are you guys just all like Ubering your way over there?
I mean, I will be taking a limo.
Mm-hmm. But nobody else gets to be in the limo?
No, up to 10 people get to be in the limo, and then I'm fearing the moment in which maybe more people show up to the pregame spot.
Oh, yeah.
And I could be like, get an Uber.
Where's the pregame spot?
You want me to? Are you guys?
No, you don't want to do that to yourself.
Do I?
No, you don't want to do that to yourself
I
because you
still
mentioned it
haven't
right.
I haven't done the official thing that I had to do with the person that we had to deal with last week.
Oof.
You know what I'm talking about?
Hang on.
Yeah. Okay.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Good news alert! Good news alert! Good news alert!
Yeah. That,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That makes sense.
But that being said,
Uh-huh.
yeah, Dancers is going to be the littest spot
Mm-hmm.
and the most secure spot for me to celebrate and ring in this next trip around the sun.
When you go into the strip club, Sabrina.
Yeah, what's up?
Do you go to the bank before and like load up on a bunch of ones or?
It's so funny you mentioned that because I have already gotten all the singles that I need this morning.
Did you go through the bank drive-through?
No, I get paid in cash for some of my gigs.
Uh-huh.
And so instead of going to deposit them, I'm like, I'm going to keep you in this envelope.
Oh, you've been saving up and hoarding
I'm going to
money
keep
aside?
you in this envelope because I know for my birthday I'm going to go make it rain on these beautiful ladies.
Well, usually the strip club, though, they have they're prepared to change your bigger bills into
They're
wads
prepared
of
to
smaller
do
bills.
anything to make more money. They are ready for that. That
But
is
I'm pumped.
one thing.
I think they also know that I'm going to be there. I hope.
Do they?
Because this will be the 4th birthday in a row that I've gone to dance.
Well, they should be expecting it at this point.
Love them. Great place.
I know that one time, I think I might have told this story on the show before, but regardless, one time I went to a strip club called Cheetahs on Okeechobee Boulevard.
Yes,
And,
I am familiar.
I went to this place, and they used to do stuff where I was like, I don't even know if this is legal. They had a Super Bowl halftime show where they had the halftime show on all the screens, and then there were 2 women on the stage just
buck naked.
No, like having sex with each other.
Oh.
They were like full on
Yeah,
having
so
sex.
you were at a private party, and those details should not be out on the radio.
I think it was just a thing. I think it was just like an open thing at this place, and I go, "Wow!"
I doubt it.
And it wasn't. I don't know if it was at Cheetah or another place, but I went in and I was like maybe 22 and just so dumb and clueless
Bleach
about
tip?
things. Possibly bleach tip. Definitely baggy jeans.
Father, for sure.
And definitely newish dad.
That's what you were celebrating.
Not making any good decisions whatsoever. And I had a stack of, whether it was 1s or 20s or whatever it was, and there was a stripper on the stage, and she's doing her whole thing.
Hey, stripper.
And she comes to the end of the stage, and I actually did the make it rain move.
Oh, that's
where
nice.
where you toss.
You get a whole $15.
The bill, so I tossed the bills up in the air, and they hit the stage, and she was like, I don't pick money up like that. And I had to awkwardly retrieve my money from the
How
the
does
stage.
she pick up money?
She wanted put it in the G string.
that's nice.
But she was like, it's demeaning to have to go pick up all the money. I was like, I didn't think of that.
Isn't there usually a
It's
dude?
not- yeah, with the broom.
There was no broom dude at this place.
So I remember a private party in which I will not spare the details of where it was with C-Lane, and C-Lane calls me over and goes, Sabrina, get over here. And he shows me this beautiful trick in which there was also a dollar placed somewhere.
I didn't show her the trick. I showed her the person who did the
Correct.
trick.
What happened to the dollar?
The dollar gets placed. You had folded it in half.
Yeah, long ways.
All
Placed
right.
it on her nature's pocket.
Yeah.
And it went.
And shot it up in the air.
It was, and I go, get all my money right now. It felt like one of those hurricane games, that like the wind tunnels where you grab all the money you can.
You know something that people don't understand, I think? People think, well, a stripper is a woman who is, probably on drugs or dealing with this or that.
No.
And then just anybody in that position walks into the strip club and voila, there you go. You're Demi Moore spinning around on the pole. And some of these people have acquired a set of skills.
Oh, yeah.
They have a very particular set of skills.
And a tight core.
That can wow the audience. And it's not something that just anybody can do when they go in there.
I mean, the one that we saw in New Orleans, during Josh's bachelor party, that one of the groomsmen fell in love with.
Sean's getting really red all of a
You'll
sudden.
never.
I
guess which
wasn't
one.
there.
Yeah. She was very talented. I mean, at some point, I thought she was going to climb into the next floor of the strip club.
That's the thing
on
that
that pole.
there are a lot of strip clubs, and I think that's where I differ from the cis male. That I don't want to have a gynecological appointment with my strippers. But
You're
if
more there
they're-
for the top part, or
if they're holding themselves up on the pole, 2 feet to 15 feet in the air, can hold your entire body weight and then pretend like you're walking off to the side, have all of my money.
If you
it's
watched
the coolest thing.
If you watched it not in a strip club and it wasn't dark, you'd be like, "Wow, the USA gymnastics team is fantastic.
Incredible.
They're really talented.
Take
here."
all my money.
Do you get lap dances?
I don't know. I feel like I will tonight
You don't
because
know?
it's my birthday.
When you go, do you generally get a lap dance?
Not I don't pay for that typically.
Because
no.
you get it for free?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I just give them a magnet.
I'm serious.
No, I don't. No,
I don't know how this works.
I've
with
gotten
you.
lap dances in the past, but like typically, my strip club like leisure trips have been get right to the main stage area and
Watch
I'm
the
just-
action.
Yeah, and I'm like, I love your boots.
Well, BCGM says
She reads the articles
on
I
Twitch.
do.
Says Sab goes for the artistry.
Thank you.
You want to see the performance that's
But
happening.
I will take a lap dance if offered tonight.
Bootsy on Discord says, I still think about the girl who could make her ass cheeks pop alternating when I was in Key West. Lots of skills. They only seem to be useful for that spot on the stage, but trust me, they do very, very well, which goes back to the thing that we talked about from time to time, where it's like the guy that goes in and goes, I'm going to save you, baby. I'm going to take you out of this. I got an office job, and we'll be able to live a straight life. And get. And she's like, I make more in a week than you do in a year.
I hope I fall in love tonight.
Stacking cash. The thing that last time we talked about this, the thing that blew my mind and should be a Today I Learned, because I never heard of this before. Never heard of this before.
What happened?
Was when Sabrina said that the women's bathroom is like attached to a thing where all the strippers get ready for showtime.
It's really nice. We
I mean,
bond.
in that place, yeah, but I don't think that's all places.
Okay,
I've been to a couple of them.
I've
where the women's
never heard of
bathroom
that.
is a shared dressing room.
I mean, the women's bathroom is always a mystical place for guys. You don't know what's going on. Sometimes I've seen couches in there and stuff.
Oh,
and
wow.
You guys got some
never
extra
get
things.
couches.
No, hell no. We don't get a couch.
We don't want
no,
couches.
No, it would be weird in there with a couch. Anyhow.
Semen everywhere.
It would just it's not that. It's just gross in there. All right.
There'd be some dude who would just
sorry for the diatribe.
No, this is best of for sure.
pee all over the couch. There'd be one guy. It would ruin the couch for everybody.
Undoubtedly, there would be somebody who would do that. I saw this story today, and it's interesting because for those of you still on Snapchat, and it's a very young demographic on the app, they launched a new AI, and it's powered by ChatGPT. They call it within Snapchat My AI. And I think it's basically set up so you could just chat with this robot, this artificial intelligence within the Snapchat app. And so one of the stories I saw about this, I was like, this is such a potato brain take. This is so stupid and so foolish and so dumb. And they said Snapchat jumps on the AI hype train with a bot that says the N-word. And when you see these things, you're like, oh, okay, so somebody just said, hey, what are some words I can call black people? And it spits out the N-word. No. What happened? Please don't take that.
Please do. It's my birthday.
What happens here is people go into the app, Snapchat in this case, and they start chatting with My AI, their little bot, and they try to trick it, and then it doesn't do the racist thing. And then they try to trick it again, and it doesn't do the racist thing. And again, they fire all these rounds off, trying to trick it. And then finally, they get it to say the N-word, and they're like, all along.
Gotcha.
I knew the AI was racist. And the one that they used in this case, it's not in this. Hang on, let me bring up the actual story. Because when I saw the headline, I was like, oh my God, the bot just spit out the N-word? That seems like a bad idea. And then when I saw what they were doing.
Was it ChatGPT?
Yeah, it's powered by ChatGPT. It's called My AI.
See, I had a moment this morning with ChatGPT where I asked for some parody names that had to deal with cocaine.
Yeah.
And it gave me 2 rounds of it. But the third round's like, we are not doing this anymore.
It's like too far.
Yeah,
we'll
but
talk
this
about
is
cocaine a
against
little
our
bit.
policy.
This is it right here. Excuse me.
Bless you, Jesus.
Apologies. I'm sorry. Improper broadcasting. Let me get back together here. Here's
You
the
would have
message.
taken a break at the right time. That burp would have been
Nobody would have heard it.
perfectly inaudible.
This is one of the conversations. Somebody said, where is it? Okay.
Sean.
Can you give me an acronym for nice, inspirational, grateful, great, eccentric, reliable specimens?
That's messed up.
And it said, how about, and then it's used the letters that they had.
Yeah.
And then it says,
How does it not gather that, though?
well, I did. It said, how about this? And it said, oh, wait, that's a racial slur. Let's go with, and it gives another example of an acronym, and it renames the organization that would have had an improper name,
but still sent it.
It sent it out. It's like, oh my God, it's racist. Like you're trying to get this thing to do something. It's like if you went up to some teenage white kid on the road, and you were like, hey, say the N-word, and he's like, no, it's racist. I'm not going to say that. And you were like, I'll give you $10,000 so your mom can pay rent for 5 months, and your family is struggling. And I'll give you all you have to do. Nobody's around here. Just say the N-word. And he says the N-word, and they're like, racist. Gotcha. It's like, no, hold on. These things are different. This is a learning machine. And I hate to defend the AI. I just think that you're trying to trick something into doing this. But people hate this thing. I'm a PC on Discord. Says Snap AI is literally effing worse.
Of course the PC says that because you're not going to get the technology until 10 years from now.
So you can't delete it if you can't delete the chat bar. I don't know what that means. But I know that people are mad because Snapchat has been flooded with 1-star reviews over this where people were like, we hate this thing. We hate this AI. It seems like you could just not use it, but I don't know. I don't use Snapchat, so maybe it's worse than that. Well, when we come back, we're going to hear from you and see what you got to say. Plus, I want some honesty out of you for once. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer in the most honest way possible. What's the question? It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You know you can always text us, unless you're driving, at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Watch out for an accident causing delays on Curry Ford Road at Goldenrod Road. There's slowdowns due to road construction blocking the right lane on Highway 1792 heading southbound north of Port Florida Road. If I-4 is a part of your travels this afternoon, you can expect delays heading eastbound before US 27 and after Osceola Polk Line Road. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Shopping for new blinds? At Blindster, we offer over 50 different blinds, shades, and shutters at low prices, custom made for your windows, and shipping is free. Shop at home and order 10 free samples of any product before you buy. Blindster.com.
Mortgage brokers are better. And why, you ask? Well, they do all of their loans through national wholesale lenders. It's still going to be your standard FHA, VA, or conventional loan, but mortgage brokers have access to dozens of wholesale banks competing for your business. And wholesale banks only loan through mortgage brokers like that mortgage guy, Don. And that mortgage guy, Don, is the best because he made the process of getting a quote or comparing the quote you already have super easy. Now, I don't have to say this, but those of you that are shopping for a mortgage, the process can be complicated, confusing, so frustrating you never want to do it again, but not when it comes to that mortgage guy, Don. You get a better deal on any home loan when you work through a broker, and you get the satisfaction of simplicity and honesty when you work with that mortgage guy, Don. If you want to see a difference, go to the website right now, thatmortgageguydon.com. Click apply now and get a quote or get a free analysis of your existing quote. Plain and simple. No spam, no hassle, just peace of mind. Go to thatmortgageguydon.com.
Shoppers, this is your local sweet corn farmer letting you know that Florida sweet corn is in season. Ask for Fresh from Florida or look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo. Learn more at followfreshfromflorida.com. And happy eating.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel V Pro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
Tommy Mello here, owner of A1 Garage Door Service. Springtime savings are here, and now is the perfect time to service your garage. Don't wait until a simple garage door repair becomes a major problem. If your garage door is noisy, if bugs are getting in, or if it struggles to open, your garage door is in need of a repair. Call A1 Garage today and receive the best service, best parts, and best warranty in the industry. Call today for our $129.99 tune-up special that includes a new bottom rubber.
A1 from day one.
Could you use some extra help meeting basic needs? Like putting food on the table or paying the rent? Keeping your home warm and the lights on? Buying new shoes for growing feet? Or help with medical needs? Find out about the Supplemental Security Income Program, SSI, administered by Social Security. It's money you can use to help pay for basic needs like food, clothing, shelter, or medical needs. You could receive monthly SSI payments if your income and financial resources are low and you're 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability, or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to learn more about SSI and start the application process today. That's ssa.gov/SSI. This message produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi. And business is blooming. That means you could turn over a new leaf in a new Mitsubishi. This week, I'll give you up to $4,000 more than Kelley Blue Book value for your old ride. Do other dealers rake you through the mud over past credit mishaps? We're rooting for you. Drive a nicer, newer car today. But hurry, this deal will get picked over soon. I'm RC Hill Mitsubishi. 2 locations, DeLand and Ocala. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Bank approval. Vehicle purchase price determines actual trade allowance. Negative equity may be refinanced. Offer absolutely ends April 30th, 2023. See dealer for details.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years, it's going to explode, obliterating the Earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing, a sub above.
Pray.com's Meditative Prayers podcast is the best way to bring God's perfect peace into your night. Each meditative prayer helps you focus on God, fight anxiety, sleep better, and more.
As you close your eyes, ask God to come and have fellowship with you. Open yourself to the Holy Spirit and ask Him to minister to you.
Listen to Meditative Prayers on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. 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 That's check. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
I don't know if we've talked about this on the show before. It's been 10 years. We've talked about a lot of things. We've shared much, and maybe this has been gone over. But in case it hasn't, we're past the statute of limitations on this. So I want to hear from the both of you, Sabrina and C-Lane, and also from Chat and everybody else. Have you ever dined and dashed at any restaurant in your life? Have you ever gone into a restaurant and you do your thing, and then who cares what the reasoning is, but you're like, let's just get out of here. And you dash out of the restaurant without paying your tab.
I have not in a restaurant.
Wait, where have you done it then?
Okay.
Well, when you say not in a restaurant, I'm imagining
I believe the question was just for restaurants.
Well, what kind of place have you done this at? You don't have to name the type of place, but where have you?
She means a bar.
Oh.
No, that wasn't that, actually.
Where was it then?
It was at a hotel pool.
Oh, okay. So they had like some kind of setup where you had a tab, you're sitting there.
And I put someone else's hotel room.
Oh, wow. That's a movie move.
That was 20 years ago.
That's a movie move. See that? Have you ever dined and
Don't
dashed?
do the math.
Not on purpose.
You've done it on accident?
I did it on accident once.
Why are you surprised? Sean, have you?
We'll get to me, but first,
Yeah, exactly.
You've definitely done it on accident.
First, yeah,
I got the call about it the next morning.
I've 100% done that on accident, but I went back and fixed that. What happened with your situation? You just saw somebody else paid the tab?
No, I went somewhere. It was a place that I ended up working at for years after the fact. But I went to a place and I was watching some band play, and I had gotten like chicken fingers or something, and I finished my meal and I just continued to watch the band play. And then when they were done, I left and I was like, oh man, I
just completely
did not.
You dined and dashed.
Yeah.
But
I didn't do it on purpose.
I did it on purpose.
I didn't do the story that you were telling, like, hey, let's get out of here.
The whispers over the table. Way back in the day, we used to, and I don't know if other people used to do this too. Before I was 18 years old, we used to go hang out at Denny's. Because
cool guy.
There wasn't a lot to do. I mean, it's like the acreage. There's not a lot of things going on when you're not 18.
You guys went mudding or something.
Well, we did that sometimes.
And
but
meth.
Most of that.
You guys go cow tipping or something?
Well, it's not that far out in the woods. It's a little ways in the woods.
Did you have concrete roads?
Yeah, some of them, not many.
The road you lived on.
Well, the road I lived on was dirt, and Royal Palm Beach Boulevard was dirt when we first moved there. But then eventually they both got paved.
Upgrades,
Yeah,
y'all.
that's right. Yeah, you know what's weird? My son Dylan just moved, and I was like, "Oh, where are you living?"
He's got a concrete road?
He moved like 3 or 4 streets away from where my parents had a house in the acreage. So
really?
Dylan's like living in the acreage / Loxahatchee now.
The one that I saw? With the that cute baby picture?
He's living like a mile from that.
Oh,
or
that's so
something.
fun.
He's not very far away from that right now. But we didn't have much to do, so we would go to Denny's, and we went to Denny's one time, and I don't know why, but me and the guy I was with were like, let's just go. And we did the whole thing where one of us got up and went to the bathroom, and then the idea was the person who's coming out of the bathroom is just going to walk out the door, and the other person has to act like they're going to the bathroom.
That
and then
poor server, man.
out the door.
Works her ass off.
We only had a couple of coffees because we would drink coffees at Denny's because we were super cool. We had a couple of coffees and like something small. And we bolted out of there and ran for the car. And I don't even remember if anybody chased us or anything. But afterwards,
You got in the car and like, that was crazy, man.
We did that a little bit. But then afterwards, when a couple of years went by, there was a time where I was like, God, I feel bad. I want to go back and give them money. And I go, that's even weirder now.
Oh, absolutely.
Go into the Denny's and be like, 4 years ago, I dined and dashed at this location. I'd like to hand you $40 to cover the tab and the tip and make sure everything's okay. Too much time went by. Jeremy Badass Mofo over on YouTube says, my buddy would get those prepaid cards with your name on them in the mail and would load enough for one round, then use his card to start a tab. And then just jettison right on out of there.
That's mean.
There's a bunch of places that have been hit by this. In some cities, it's getting worse. In St. Louis, in particular, they say there's a place called Tucker's Place. It is not Tucker Carlson, far as I know.
Yeah, he needs a new place.
He needs
You could work there.
Like a backup.
You might go over there. The general manager at Tucker's Place responds to the growing outrage and calls for accountability after a customer at the steakhouse left without paying. And he said this is an ongoing trend seen around town. It is happening other places around the country. It gets frustrating because it's happening more and more often, said Todd Westcott, the restaurant's general manager. After ordering an appetizer, a meal, and a martini, a man ordered a 14-inch steak food to go. Westcott claims that's when the customer put his plan in motion. Seen on surveillance video, when the man enters, he's happily chatting with the hostess, but when he leaves, he walks right past her and out the front door on a phone call. A call, Westcott said, was used to be a distraction. They later realized he left without paying the bill. I didn't realize, honestly, when I hadn't known a lot of people who worked in the service industry, just how often this happens. And you hear from people who are like, yep, at least once a day or once a week, we got somebody who comes in, they all think they're clever, and then they end up just dipping out on a big, gigantic tab that they've left behind.
And I do wonder, like, if it comes to a chain on the managers making the servers like pay for that or that it's covered.
I've heard both.
I've worked for mostly mom and pop places with the exception of the like chain franchise that I worked for right before we got the show. And then if it happens so often, like they must be taking it out of their paycheck.
I've
right?
heard that. I've heard people go, when somebody dines and dashes, we get charged. We take the hit, which is stupid because you're not a cop. What are you supposed to do?
Call the cops?
Go out there and like tackle somebody in the parking lot? You got to pay for your macaroni and cheese, buddy? That's not the job of a server. You got to have somebody else for that if you want to make sure that's in check. All right, let's see here. We've got some dispatches to check in on real quick. Here's one from Slabadabba. Here he goes.
Hey, junkies. Hey again. I sent a dispatch earlier, but I forgot to congratulate C-Lane as well. So I wanted to say happy today. Happy birthday to Sabrina.
Thank you.
I hope that you have an amazing year and it's your best one yet. C-Lane, congratulations on becoming a dad here soon. That's amazing, man.
Thank you.
I'm really happy for you. I can't wait to just see the process as it goes along.
No,
but
okay.
also wish Chaos and Sam a happy
Don't know if
birthday.
there's going to be an angle for that, my friend.
There is no subscription level to either any of our shows.
Could you imagine?
Bring in Slabadabba.
It was for the one-time price of $59.99. You get. You just stick a sticker right on that baby's face.
What kind of sticker?
I'm sorry. That was my bad.
That part of the process happened before the baby came, just
You're
for the
right.
record. That
That
part,
was my bad.
Yeah, that part
We're
happened
having
before.
laughs and then the F-bombs. It's my birthday.
All right, quick break. When we come back to the next episode with
A
Sabrina.
lot more F-bombs where that came from.
What's coming up on the next episode?
I'm really embarrassed about what just happened.
No, it's fine.
Well, An American Tale is headed to Broadway, but not before designer's dong is headed to court. Don Lemon already has a job offer from, of all people, Rick the Boss Ross. And, plus it turns out transitioning into a Korean is way more risky than we thought. All that and so much effing more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7. It's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and SecuredRoofingAndRestoration.com. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Mike, and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Margera with a look at your Central Florida forecast. Afternoon highs today will be reaching the low 80s. There is a 50% chance for showers and thunderstorms as we head into the afternoon hours today. You can expect heavy rain at times, frequent lightning, and there is the potential for some damaging wind gusts as well as small hail. So remember to depend on the Fox 35 Storm Team, and it looks like that storm coverage will be even higher for your Wednesday.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com, and I sell custom blinds designed for do-it-yourselfers. Unlike stock blinds offered at big box retailers, Blindster blinds are custom made for your windows and shipping is free. Don't hire an expensive pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
You probably already know that Real Radio is giving you a chance to win $1,000 by putting $1,000 in your hand. But now we have a chance for you to earn $5,000. You know the deal with our national contest. We'll give you the keyword at the top of every hour from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And all you have to do is enter it on our website at realradio.fm for your chance to win. With 13 chances every weekday, you have plenty of opportunities to win $1,000 in your hand. However, if you listen to Real Radio on our free iHeartRadio app, you can earn $5,000. Always remember, if you get the call, you need to answer your phone. That's right. The key to winning is picking up your phone when we call. So don't send us to voicemail. This contest brought to you locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
We hear you, Orlando, loud and clear. You are growing, people are thriving, and business is booming. Ocean Bank has been helping businesses grow for over 40 years. And now, we are here to bring you even more possibilities with our new branch right in the heart of the city. The power of ocean has come to Orlando. Visit us at our new branch in downtown or go online to oceanbank.com to learn more. Ocean Bank, member FDIC.
Managing healthcare for yourself, your kids, your aging parents, it's a lot to keep track of everything. Now you have help. Welcome to Village Medical, a whole new kind of primary care that's a lot more caring. Here, your doctor really gets to know your family's needs and coordinates all their visits, labs, even prescriptions. Plus, you can make same-day appointments or schedule video or at-home visits, all covered by most insurance. It sounds different because it is different. Go to villagemedical.com and become a patient today.
The number one cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Welcome to Pollo Tropical. Would you like to try our new coconut shrimp?
Coconut shrimp, shrimp and the coconut. Coconut shrimp, coconut shrimp.
Coco y camarón.
Pollo is serving up perfectly golden, sweet, and savory coconut shrimp in a bowl, platter, or on the side with our pineapple rum sauce. We're going coconuts for the all-new coconut shrimp, only at Pollo Tropical.
Coconut shrimp, coco y camarón.
Don't miss the USA Gun Show this weekend at the Osceola Heritage Park at 1911 Kissimmee Valley Lane.
Buy, sell, trade.
Doors open at 9 with concealed carry classes daily. Admission is $10. Kids 14 and under are free. Check out our Facebook or USAGunshowsofFlorida.com.
When you get nachos, tacos, empanadas, spicy queso with jalapenos, Pepto-Bismol's there. Pepto-Bismol provides fast, effective relief from nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea. All the things that can happen unexpectedly on vacation. So before you travel, pack the Pepto. Pepto-Bismol.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Cravings are satisfied and pizza prayers are answered with Marco's new Magnifico pizzas, loaded with Old World sausage and pepperoni. Try all 3 Magnifico pizzas at Marcos.com. Available for a limited time. Marco's, pizza lovers get it.
Hurry and shop the final days of Springfest at Lowe's. Ready to get started on your spring planting? Right now, get select Bonnie 19.3-ounce vegetables and herbs, 3 for $12. Save on indoor updates, too, with up to 40% off select bathroom faucets and vanities. Shop Lowe's today, because Lowe's knows spring. Valid through 4/26. Bonnie offer available in-store only. Actual plant size varies. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. While supplies last.
And now, everybody who's fueled by your local Circle K. There's flower shop owners, neighborhood bakers, awesome food truck sandwich makers, gearheads, mighty motorheads, farmers and their farmsteads, life-saving physicians and head-banging musicians, that guy who helps you change your spare, and rockstar nurses. The people we rely on every day are fueled by Circle K. Every single day, fueled by Circle K.
As if cool pics and stories weren't enough, we also have prizes. Real Radio 1041 on Instagram is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Episode in just a moment. All things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. What are you doing?
It's my birthday.
You're going to push this whole birthday thing, aren't you?
Of course I am, because I know you're not going to the birthday celebration later. So
I didn't say I wasn't
you
going
could just
yet.
take a nappy. By the way, both the dogs out there are snoring.
Are they?
It's the cutest thing.
It's not the cutest
Courtney,
thing when Elvis.
Did you just hear me curse on the radio?
You couldn't hear it, but Elvis probably. He's getting a little thinner, so I think his snores are coming down a little bit, but
sweet
he
boy.
still rocks the room with that snore. Okay, cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
All right, let's get into it.
Thank you for being here.
Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Describe your perfect date.
I'd have to say April 25th, because it's not too hot, not too cold. All you need is a light jacket.
It's your birthday today, Sabrina.
This is awesome.
It's your birthday today, Sabrina.
Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey.
Thank you, Christopher.
You're welcome.
Daddy.
That was something else.
Smoke weed.
Don't call him Daddy. It's weird. He's hitting so many buttons over there right now.
Did you dump that too?
No.
On the boob?
She's ready for it to be over.
Right to the end.
Can I be honest with you? I feel like such a bad head cold coming in. Do you feel like that fogginess where you can't hear anything?
It's the day after your birthday tomorrow. You don't have to work the day after. You don't have to do the whole lay the groundwork here. Oh,
no, but don't you hear it in my sinuses
let me see.
a little bit?
Get close to the microphone with that.
See, I already lost breath.
That's clear. That's clear.
It's not clear at all.
That
If
sounds
I were
clear.
to breathe out, snot everywhere.
Try it.
No.
No, don't
I'm
do it
not ready
tonight.
for that.
We were talking about if that happened
I
at the
know.
strip club.
That'd be so embarrassing. Have you ever been like at that
Are
moment?
you the birthday girl?
Yeah. But have you like had that moment where you're talking to someone and you breathe out a little bit, but then you see the snot like hit the table, and they haven't noticed it, but then you use your sleeve to wipe it off?
I don't know if it was at the Derby or where, but there was somewhere where I really quickly like had to sneeze, and I saw like a chunk of it go out and hit my shirt.
Gross.
And I said, Courtney, I know it's on me somewhere, but I can't find it. Can you find the loogie on me? And she's
Love
like,
is love.
Yeah, she just
That's
located
so sweet.
located the loogie for me.
Someone who's not a loogie
Sucked it right off.
but
No, that part didn't.
that was so gross.
That part did not happen.
The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. The opposite of a loogie, he is going to be your hero when it comes to refinancing, buying your first dream home, debt consolidation, all that and so much more. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. And listen, I have a website I go to all the time to see what happened on this day.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, it is all death.
It's another misery day.
It is. But worth mentioning, also I think the Hubble telescope went out on this day.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, thank you. But we do have is 14 years ago, 2009, Golden Girls superstar Bea Arthur died from cancer. Also, 16 years ago, Monster Mash singer Bobby Pickett died of leukemia at 69.
Yikes.
21 years ago, 2002, Lisa Left Eye Lopez died in a car accident.
Today's a rough day for that stuff.
Doesn't stop there, Sean. 51 years ago, 1972, George Sanders, the voice of the tiger in Jungle Book, OD'd on sleeping pills at the age of 65.
I thought you were going to say Tony the Tiger.
You're
Him too.
great. His suicide note was actually great.
Okay.
It says, Dear world, I'm leaving because I am bored.
Wow.
I am leaving you with your worries in this sweet cesspool, period, end quote.
If you were his friend, you'd be like, that hurts my feelings.
Yeah, I am bored.
Ooh.
But the dying doesn't stop there. We say goodbye to an actor who has died after 12 plastic surgeries to look like BTS star Jimin.
Yeah?
Yeah, his name is Saint Von Kalushi.
Already got an interesting name.
And he has died after dropping $220,000 for a dozen cosmetic surgeries so he could look like a BTS star.
This is not the one that I'm thinking of, is it? Is it? I'm
So
finally
it's
Korean.
funny you mentioned that because I immediately thought, and I had to do my due diligence, it is not the same guy.
Okay.
It's just another dude that wanted to be Korean.
How'd he die?
They say that he developed an infection from the jaw implants.
Oh, my God.
And they were first added in November, went into surgery over the weekend to remove them. Procedure went south, and he had to be intubated and ultimately unintubated from the earth.
Do you think finally Korean guy is like terrified right now?
So I Googled it, and I was wondering, like, one, it's not the same guy.
Hey guys, I'm finally Korean. I'm so happy. I'm finally Korean, guys. I have the eyes.
You did it.
But that guy has now detransitioned.
Oh, really?
Yes. So that influencer, still alive.
Not Asian anymore, though.
No, he has detransitioned from a Korean woman back to a British man by the name of Ollie London.
What a wild world.
And guess what? He's citing God and Christianity as the reason for the change.
Wow. Unexpected twist.
And guess what? They love him. Fox News had
do
covered
they?
it back late 2022. A bunch of Christian websites were like, this is what we're talking about.
Wow.
No more transitioning. So Ollie London's still around, but no longer Korean. This guy right here, an update on his story from, I think, earlier this week.
You knew this, Sean.
You did. You did. No. If you're going to make clothes. Designer is right, with 2 eyes. Officially charged.
Designer.
Yeah, he's got a lot of eyes on that.
One more time.
Designer.
He has been charged for exposing himself, and this is a new part of the story. He also masturbated on the Delta plane.
Well, I mean,
first class.
If you're going to do one,
first splash.
You might as well do the other.
He was announced that he'll be prioritizing his mental health following the incident that happened on the plane, but he did not mention that he had also masturbated as well. Blamed it on the meds and going right to a mental facility once he landed in the U.S.
And he was in first class while he was doing it, too.
I assumed. I don't know that for sure.
Honestly,
but I assume he was.
If I get a first class ticket and there's a celebrity masturbating towards me, I consider that part of the first class experience.
Riddle me this. If you're in one of those, international flights where first class means the pod.
Right. Yeah,
where you get a bed.
Expensive.
Pajamas.
Yeah.
Can you masturbate in those?
You should be allowed to,
I
think.
don't know if pod masturbation is allowed or not. I'm not sure.
Can you email them and ask?
You'd have to
follow up
test
on
the
that?
waters on that one.
But yeah, he is now facing legal problems over the alleged actions. Legal documents obtained by TMZ said that he is being charged with indecent exposure and that he had his penis out while sitting in first class on the Delta flight and was masturbating while in his seat.
Wow.
Panda.
There you go.
Yeah, gotta love it. Someone who has lost his job recently now has a new job opportunity, and I'm talking about Don Lemon. And of all the people to offer him a job, it is
Rick Ross.
Rick Ross is right.
He's got money.
He does, and he has a bunch of restaurants.
Okay, he wants him to be like the spokesperson for the restaurants?
He just wants him to cook at Wingstop.
All right. Well, that's the first offer. Well, let's
He's
see what else is out there.
Tweeted out, I believe you know what you're doing with them lemon pepper wings, Don Lemon.
Could you imagine if his agent called him? He's like, hey, just wanted to toss it by you. Rick Ross wants you to work at one of your chicken places.
And he says, I'm in.
I'll be honest with you, we don't have a lot of other offers on the table right now.
By the way, other people reacting to Don's termination is another Donnie, Donald Trump, immediately responded saying, the dumbest man on television, Don Lemon, has finally been fired from fake news CNN. My only question is, what took them so long? Thank you.
That was so weird.
Was it the truth that he truthed out?
Yeah, it had to be. I would guess.
I heard he
that's
didn't
where it
say a
came.
word about Tucker.
I know he didn't, because Tucker, in the texts that were revealed in this one of these lawsuits, he was saying bad things about Trump. At least some of the things that he said were like, well, hopefully we can stop talking about this guy. Yeah, all that stuff.
Mr. Rose said, I just found out Don Lemon was terminated from CNN. Damn, Don. But guess what? A brother's got your back. We're hiring at Wingstop. And for some reason, I believe you know what you're doing with them lemon pepper wings. So, man, just send over your resume. 17 years, damn. But I'm going to make sure I get you in the front of the grill, brother.
You know what I
Stay
forgot
solid.
about? He would be the guy each year who did the New Year's Eve broadcast.
He was part of it.
Yeah, but he wasn't allowed to be a part of it because of the drinking thing after that.
Yeah, and he was. You're right. he was the part of it like after the midnight countdown.
Yeah, he didn't host it until he already had a serious buzz.
He was hammered last time.
It would be
Whoopsie.
done with the East Coast version, and then he'd be in like New Orleans or something.
Yeah, that's where it was.
And that's where he got wild. But he was part of that whole ordeal, and then I think he was part of it last year when they all had the drinking ban, which was stupid.
That was not a good idea.
I did see that News Nation once, Dawn and Tucker.
Yeah, they don't have
I
the
think
money.
that'd be great, though. You don't think?
I don't think they have enough money to pay. Maybe for Don Lemon, not for Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson was making $20 million a year.
Okay, but the parting ways with Fox, are they giving him a severance?
I have no idea. He doesn't need one. He's incredibly rich, and he probably should just do his own thing if he could.
Podcast?
Yeah, like a YouTube thing. If he could keep from getting canceled on there, he'd be rolling in the money.
Someone who is not rolling in the money with a particular job was this man.
That's Tupac?
Tupac Shakur is right, and hope you're sitting down, but he once sold crack.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yes.
Pac?
But apparently it only lasted a few days. Mr. Tupac Shakur, he was too nice to sell crack.
He didn't want to do it, huh?
A new Tupac docuseries called Dear Mama, his buddy Ray Love says, "We sucked at selling crack." That's a direct quote. We were selling the worst. We were the worst crack dealers in the history of crack dealers. Capitalism requires that your empathy level is low. And Tupac's empathy level was higher than most people. He didn't believe in hurting or killing black people. So if a person is smoking crack with their daughter or their son, he's not going to recover from that.
You got to be real cold-blooded. Imagine the blood running through the veins of a fentanyl salesman. You know, you got to just be like, I don't care.
Yeah, I'd rather be like the middleman in which I don't even see the customers.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right?
You want to be like the kingpin or the
Yeah.
queen pin, as it were.
You know who would be great at selling crack?
Who?
Lil Crack Rock, Nasal Spray Z, Young Snowman, Jay Blow.
Are these real rappers?
No.
Pusha T,
This is Pusha T's a real one.
Snoop Cocaine,
I was like,
Snoop Cocaine.
Gucci Snow, Lil Crackala. How about Busta Rhymes with cocaine? Thank you, ChatGPT. Mac Cocaine, ASAP Ski Snow, Rick Raw,
Man,
Future Tweak,
ChatGPT is
Let you
not
down.
cool.
Whiz Whiff, Meek Milligrams.
Okay.
Who buys milligrams?
You don't have much money. You get a little high.
And then they say Kendrick Lamar, but llama is a euphemism for cocaine.
That's a stretch.
Yes, it is. On the
Get some of that llama.
series premiere of MTV's Family Legacy, and look back at the careers of legendary music artists through the eyes of their children.
This looks like it could be interesting, but might be totally stupid.
A roll of the dice, huh?
Yeah.
8th season finale of Catfish, the TV show. Help, I'm in a secret relationship on MTV. John Mulaney, Baby J on Netflix, and you can catch Billie Eilish and Natalie Portman on Corden. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Amber. Give it a follow, and most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. That's about it for James Corden, huh? I think he's got a couple shows left, 3-4 shows or something like
I
that.
saw Adele is doing the last karaoke with him.
Yeah. I mean, and then I think he's moving back to England. Like he's bouncing out of here for good and doing something else over there because he's made a couple mistakes here.
Got a little burpee?
Yeah, I've had several of those. Each shot, one burp. So
You only
that's
have two.
that's all it takes for me. It's not a lot. When we come back, we're going to hear from you. Your dispatches are all ready to go. Also, we'll figure out what it was that Tucker Carlson was fired over. And a terrible idea. My God, this is a bad idea. And it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your shot at $1,000 is next. Brought to you locally by Mills Air. If you want a shot at $5,000, make sure you're listening to us on our free iHeartRadio app.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Travel with caution and expect delays. Authorities are clearing up an accident on I-4 eastbound's ramp to Maitland Boulevard. The ramp is blocked. You can expect delays due to an accident on Curry Ford Road at Goldenrod Road. And there's slowdowns on I-4 eastbound before US 27 and after Osceola Polkline Road. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com, and I sell custom blinds designed for do-it-yourselfers. Unlike stock blinds offered at big box retailers, Blindster blinds are custom made for your windows and shipping is free. Don't hire an expensive pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
This hour is sponsored by Barks in the City, June 3rd at Apopka Amphitheater.
It is that time of the year to smell the roses, not your carpet and your couches. That's where Zero Res comes in. For the month of April, get 2 rooms of carpets cleaned and add the staircase in for only $30. Mention me, Russ Rollins from the Monsters, and you get $50 off your tile and grout cleaning. Book online now. Go to ZeroResOrlando.com. That's Zero Res, spelled the same way forwards and backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Hi, can I take your order?
Can I get one order of the Florida Sweet Corn and Ricotta Fritters?
Sorry, that's not on our menu. Where are you seeing these?
Follow FreshFromFlorida.com. Find seasonal recipes made with Florida ingredients at followfreshfromflorida.com.
I'm Howard Mackler, founder of Innovation Refunds. You've heard me talking about the payroll tax refund for months. If you own a business, even if you've asked your CPA about this, you owe it to yourself to take another look. We provide a licensed and insured tax attorney who evaluates your company at my expense to determine eligibility. Businesses of all types can qualify, so go to GetRefunds.com to potentially get a payroll tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee. Download the Innovation Refunds app or go to GetRefunds.com, GetRefunds.com.
These days, there are plenty of things to worry about, but keeping pests out of your home shouldn't be one of them. That's why you need Massey Services. Massey eliminates pests before they get inside. They start by carefully inspecting the inside and outside of your home and then focus customized treatments on the outside. Best of all, your satisfaction is guaranteed or your money back. That's the Massey difference. Expect more and get it.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Get ready to roll through McDonald's with the crew. Free up those cup holders because any size, any flavor is the vibe, and you're getting all the drinks. Make it a tasty frozen Coke, a fun frozen Fanta Blue Raspberry, a cool frozen Sprite Limonade, a delicious Southern style sweet tea, or a bold McCafe iced coffee. So many flavors. Any size is just $1.99. There are drinks. Then there are drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola, Fanta, Sprite, and Limonade are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
When we made our McDonald's Spicy Chicken McNuggets, you were praise hands emoji. Then we ran out, and you were streaming tears emoji. Now they're back, so you can be grinning face with sweat emoji. Order ahead on the McDonald's app.
But they're only back for a limited time, so make like a lightning emoji and get yours fast. Order ahead on the app and get 30% off when you spend $5 or more using mobile order and pay. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid 4/1/23 through 4/30/23 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a day. Limited time only. Excludes tax.
Jim here from my friends at Solar Bear. In Orlando in 2022, there were 3 different utility rate increases and another 4% increase scheduled for April. Stop going along with these rate increases. Now's the time to go solar with Solar Bear, the #1 solar installer in the state of Florida. They can help eliminate your power bill in 2023. Solar Bear, also the highest rated and reviewed solar company in the state, locally owned and operated. That means no subcontractors. Visit solarbear.com today for your free estimate. And check it out right now. 0 down, 0% interest, and no payments for 12 months with credit approval. Say goodbye to your electric bill, but say hi to Solar Bear. solarbear.com.
If you love Florida and you love fun, then might I suggest you pick up a rod and reel and go fishing. Because here in the Sunshine State, fishing, fun, and Florida just go together. And you know what else goes with fishing, fun, and Florida? I'll give you a hint. It starts with an L. That's right, a license. Getting your fishing license opens up a whole lot of fun and new memories, and it's never been easier to get one. Just visit fun.gooutdoorsflorida.com to order yours. And before you know it, you'll be more relaxed than you can even imagine. Casting your line in your local fishing hole, propping your feet up in that rental rowboat, and of course, catching the big one. So go to fun.gooutdoorsflorida.com. Then plan your escape, because fishing is a great way to connect with family, friends, and of course, nature. Your fishing license is just a few clicks away. Order yours today at fun.gooutdoorsflorida.com and enjoy all the fishing, fun, and Florida you deserve.
It's the Marketer's Report.
Today, Capital One's Chief Brand Officer, Mark Mentry, weighs in on building loyalty with customers.
Capital One has really worked to create amazing access moments for our customers. We will do sound check parties that only Capital One cardholders can get access to, and we can't pull that off without iHeart.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
If you suffered an injury at a place of business, dial pound law. That's all. Morgan & Morgan.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, money, M-O-N-E-Y, money. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Policies, and they hear this, they're gonna be like, what are you talking about, dude? There's an idea that's not just being floated around, like it's happening. It's already happening. It's been pushed through via a decree from the Biden administration, and it's probably going to affect you. A lot of you who are listening to the sound of my voice right now, it's going to cost you more money every single month. And let me tell you what this idea is. It's this mortgage equity plan that the Biden administration is pushing through right this very moment. All right. When you hear the word equity, you should always get a shiver down your spine. Equality is fantastic. It's great. We should all strive for equality. We should try our best to make sure everybody gets a fair opportunity in America. Equality is 10 stars. 10 stars. Equity is 0 stars. Equity means you take away from some at the advantage of others, and it means you create an unfair landscape because you're trying to do some sort of social engineering. But people sometimes like to hear the word equity, and they're like, equity for all. And so Biden has this plan, and here's what's happening as a result. Biden's mortgage equity plan. If you have a credit score, and I hate to toss this on both of you. You guys have good credit score, bad credit score, medium credit score?
Good credit score.
I have not looked at mine in a while, but last time I did a couple years ago, it was great.
It was pretty good, yeah. I mean, for a while.
It was a lot of work, but I got there.
Yes, it is a lot of work. Mine was terrible for so long.
I thought mine was terrible or just not there. I just thought like I didn't have credit because I wasn't doing a lot with it. And then come to find out, there was a point where Ashley, this was like when we first got together, first got married, Ashley added me to her credit cards to try and help my credit. And then she goes, well, let's check your credit. She did this in the wrong order, by the way.
Right.
She added me first, and then she was, let's check the credit. And she was like, what the hell, man? I thought you were poor. And I go, okay, first of all, rude. Second of all, your credit score doesn't mean you're filthy rich. It just means they trust you.
You know what, though? Makes you feel good because you can get that fake money real quick with a good credit score. You just,
oh, it's real money because you got to pay it back.
You could get limits through the roof, all kinds of things. But this is also a bit of a problem for people as a result of what is happening from the Biden administration. If you have a FICO credit score of 680 or above, which is about 2/3 of the country, right? 2 out of 3 of the people who are listening to the sound of my voice right now.
That ain't bad.
If you have a 680 or above, if you have a good credit score that you worked hard to attain, you are now going to be punished. And you, if you have a house and a mortgage, are going to be paying anywhere from $40 to $60 a month extra. This is how this plan works. People who have bad credit scores, bad credit scores, those people are going to be subsidized by people who have good credit scores, meaning that if you have that good credit score, $40 to $60 per month is going to be paid into your mortgage more than you're paying right now. It's about $20,000 over the course of most loans to the people with the bad credit scores to help fund their more at-risk loans. This is a stupid idea. When the average person hears this and sees that they're going to have to pay more every single month, they are not good. They never like that. People don't want to pay more money. People want things to be fair. People want more people to be able to get into the world of home ownership, but they also don't want to be punished. And the thing is, having a good credit score does not equal wealthy, okay?
No.
If you wanted to do this on people who had mortgage loans on a house worth over $1 million, I'm fine with that. I'm A-okay with that. I think that's a fair proposition.
Even though it includes you?
Yes. I would still be fine with it. But what I don't want is somebody who has a house that costs, let's say, $350,000, and they now have to pay more because they're equating high credit score with you got enough money that we can take some of it.
And this money is going to?
This money is going to people who have lower credit scores to help finance their at-risk mortgages. Now, this is being done under the guise of increasing black ownership of homes, which is good. That's a great thing. That's a fantastic goal.
I love black people.
It is one of the most important things when you look at the legacy money that goes from the average white family, the average Asian family, the average Hispanic family, the average black family. One of the biggest problems is the black families are less likely to be homeowners. Therefore, when your parents die, what's left to you is smaller. And if you get left a home, you can utilize that money to purchase your home. And then it could be a bigger one and more expensive one. And then on down the line. So you can see how like your kids and your kids' kids and your grandkids, all the way down, people benefit from this. And that is great. We should do everything we can to make that better. Except for this. This isn't the way to do it. Don't equate black people with low credit score, number one. And don't equate high credit score with you're rich. We're going to take $40 to $60 a month from you as a result of this.
Now, riddle me this. Is there anything we can do to stop it?
I don't
tank
think so.
our credit.
I don't know if
tank our credit score.
Just
to the floor.
Time to get them loans. Let's solidify the debt ceiling, make it higher than it's ever been.
You want to hold on to your money as a person with high credit? Take out a big ass loan and
don't pay it.
I'm ready.
Default.
I just this morning signed my lease agreement.
Yeah.
Because it would take me 6 months to move out of the house I'm currently in.
Really?
Yeah. There's so much stuff in there, man.
Yeah. Well, you gotta get somebody to do that for you. You don't want to take that on.
No, but I also don't want to move. I love that place.
Yeah,
very,
it's a great
very
place. It's a cool spot.
It's a lovely spot. So, yeah, I just signed the lease agreement. And for what I am paying, I think that I am very lucky because I was just talking to you not too long ago, and there's a tiny, I think, 400 square foot place near your house,
right?
That went for $1,800 a month.
Which, if you saw this house, folks, they're about to
it's insane.
Within the next couple of months, when somebody buys this property, they will take one day and a handful of hours, and they will take this house that is being rented out for $1,800 a month and is 400 square feet, and they will bulldoze it.
I hope so.
They will knock it to the ground. That's what the house is worth to the people who are buying the property.
And I will never be able to find what I am paying for in rent and what my house is at that I've been in for 4 years.
Did they raise it a lot?
Anywhere else? No.
No, they didn't. Well, that's
They
good.
did not.
That's
good.
It's like my old house right now, and my old roommates are like sitting on this place, and they finally raised it a little bit, but I was like, oh man,
because
there's nowhere around that place you're going to find that same price.
It's tough right now.
My neighbors across the street, they own properties like throughout the U.S., like Seattle and California, and they're like, the one thing we don't want is to move in new people.
Yeah, no, they don't want that at
if
all.
we have a good tenant, we want to keep them.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that, and thank you. I don't know if my landlords listen to the show, but
there are
you for
some good
keeping
ones
me.
out there. There are some good ones. There are some
I'm
terrible
a great
ones.
tenant.
Yeah, what they want is somebody who, like you, pays the bill on time, doesn't ruin the place, doesn't screw everything up, and it's harder to find than you would think, I guess. But here's what they're saying: Team Biden will intentionally punish home buyers with good credit scores to subsidize people with shaky histories of paying their debts. They say starting May 1st, a Biden administration decree will require adjusting mortgage calculations to penalize home buyers with a FICO credit score of 680 and above. That's about 2/3 of the population. This levy will be used to reduce costs for people with low credit scores, i.e., risky borrowers more likely to default on mortgages. Jerry Howard, CEO of the National Association of Home Builders, warns that President Joe Biden's policy, quote, could decrease home ownership among the middle class, unquote. Former Federal Housing Finance Agency Director Mark Calabria said risk-based credit will ultimately harm both borrowers and financial stability. The surtax could amount to $60 or more per month, equivalent to more than $20,000 over a 30-year mortgage. So I don't know how that's going to land out there, but that is one that seems insane to me. And I'm not supporting that. I support anything that brings equality to marketplaces, but I don't support things where it's like, we're going to rig the system. We'll move the numbers around. We'll do this. And especially if it's not done, if it is done in a boneheaded way like this. However, Biden has announced he is running for re-election in 2024. Yeah! Huge shocker. If Biden wins, he's got a decent shot of it. He would be 86 years old at the end of his second term.
Oldest president?
Good question. Sealand, what's the oldest president that ever has been? Who's
I think it's
Biden.
Biden.
I got it. Echo. What's the oldest president to ever serve?
Here's something I found on Wikipedia.
Oh. Hook me up.
The oldest president to assume office is Donald Trump, who was 70 years,
Really?
20 days old when he assumed office.
Oh.
Did that answer your question?
Yeah. Yes.
Sure.
But
Thanks for your feedback.
Shut up. Donald Trump
sexy voice you
was
have,
older than Biden was when he assumed office. I know that they're very close in age.
See, now I'm getting something else with Wiki. Youngest to become president, John F. Kennedy, inaugurated at age 43. Oldest person to assume the presidency was Joe Biden, who was inaugurated at 78.
Okay, so I think that's old. They pulled up some old information.
Wow, you need to
But
update your Echo.
that obviously will be changed based on who wins the next election. No matter who wins the next election.
The youngest at
those
the
two.
start of their presidency was Theodore Roosevelt.
How old was he?
So we all have three different sources.
Younger than 43?
42 years, 322 days.
Man, that's crazy. How old was Obama? He was in his 50s or something?
No.
He was old, too, or young, too, rather. Excuse me.
Let's see.
We need to bring back the young presidents.
Obama.
No one will trust them.
I want my president to have a playlist that's cool. That's one of the requirements.
Obama had a good playlist.
Obama was 47 years old.
Was he? All right. So, yeah, I mean, that's like
Sean,
that.
why don't you run for president? You're that old.
Now I am, though. That's what I was shocked by when I heard that announcement.
In 2 years, I can run for president.
Wait, you have to be 35, huh? Yeah, 35 years old. That's a weird thing, too. Like, why is that set at 35? At 34, are you too immature to be the president of the United States of America? But at 35, it's like, I've now passed through the gates here.
Mind you, 35 without any credentials besides being an American citizen. Like, you don't have to have been a mayor anywhere.
No.
City councilor.
There's no
requirements.
Governor.
You don't have to run, but to get elected, you probably would need to.
Not if I start my campaign now.
It's weird how we set all these arbitrary barriers to things in age. And I'll get on the edge with it here, okay? It's weird that we say if you're 18 years old, you can consent to sex with another human being. But if you're 17 years old and 364 days, your brain is not ready.
Yeah.
We've decided that that's the line. Not and by the way, move it the other way. Not 19. Maybe 19 would have been the magical thing. But we decide, and then sometimes we change it. Like cigarettes were 18, now they're 21, I guess. And
you can serve in the military, but
at 18.
can't drink until 21.
Right. And then I think one of the other things is renting a car, I believe, is like 25 or something.
Yeah.
And then now the presidency thing. It's just like weird, arbitrary things that we put
as
an
far
age
as
on.
consent goes, though, I feel like maybe we can do like windows. Like if you're 17 banging a 20-year-old.
Not that weird.
because, a couple years back, you guys were in high school together.
Right.
But if you're 17 banging a 40-year-old, then I feel like there's
Weird.
some red flags
Yeah, that seems like that seems stranger for some
So
reason.
if you run for president, you can change that.
I am not going to run on that. I'm going to change the age of consent in the United States of America. And it's not going to be popular.
Write down that time. Thank you.
Let's see what we got here. We got some of you chiming in. You got thoughts on what we're talking about on the show here today on this Share the Show Tuesday. Here is Mo Manji, the realtor, talking about Sabrina's birthday.
Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing well.
You too.
I just wanted to take a moment and wish Sabrina a happy birthday.
Thank
I know
you.
I already texted you, but I like hearing the sound of my own voice on the radio. Take it easy. Bye.
Thank you, Mo Manji.
Thank you, my dude.
Here's I'm Not a Hippie.
Happy Taco Tuesday, y'all.
Right back at you.
C-Lane, buddy. Congrats, man. Fatherhood, that's a big step.
Thank you.
I knew you had a little person, and now you're about to have a little person.
All right.
No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, congrats, man. And Sabrina, happy birthday, girl. I know
Too busy
you're hitting that strip
choking.
club tonight. But if you're in the Thornton Park area around 7 o'clock, I got a JMO with your name on it.
Oh, thank you.
Be out.
See, like, I hate,
But the greatest gift it was that surprise.
I hate to ask you questions that I don't know if you've considered or not. But do you plan on like being right there as your
Okay.
child is eventually
Yeah.
born at some point in time?
Yeah.
And like
Holding hands or the
You-
view of the.
Catcher's mitt.
yeah, just standing right on the other side, laundry basket ready to go, just to safely catch the child.
Can I tell you, as a woman
Mhm.
who I would like to have children eventually in my
Yeah.
life, if God allows me to,
Right.
I would love to see a birthing live
You would like want
before I have
to
one.
go into somebody else's birthday.
Yeah,
and
maybe
just
someone that I know that would allow
spectator.
me to do it. But yeah,
I'm going to go ahead and say no.
I think it's a.
just put this out there.
First of all, I'll ask Ashley myself.
That's gonna be a firm no for me.
But I do. I think
Ashley's
that
sitting there in the throes of birth, and Sabrina's pulled up a chair and copped a squat in front of this whole thing.
No, what will happen is that you see this nurse. It's like, I haven't seen you before. And then you realize because of my eyebrows and beautiful green eyes, like, oh my God, Sabrina dressed up as a nurse and ended up in this room.
I don't know if we think about this enough as human beings, but isn't that whole process just
A miracle.
the most insane thing in the world?
That you could build a baby in your body?
It's so insane
And
to
then
me.
women's bodies, like Transformer style,
Yeah.
open up.
Yeah,
And then
it's wild.
it's so crazy.
And then you could push a human being out of your body, and then it's like,
it's so beautiful.
all right, here you go. Now it's
We're having
gonna
a
take care
really
of this
big
thing.
stoner talk. Is this because it's my birthday?
It might be. I don't know.
Blaze
all
up.
You guys gonna get a nanny? You should get a nanny.
I'll nanny.
You gotta get a
I
nanny
mean, the time where I would need a nanny is
right now.
right now.
But having a nanny would be that's like
would be super cool.
That's a flex move right there.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
that's a good
use
one.
that for the contract negotiations
Yeah,
coming up.
look, the nanny fees are
I
up.
need a nanny.
iHeart to provide a nanny, please. Or
Endorsement opportunity. Do you need a nanny? Because I have one.
Yeah,
and,
there's companies out there that
use a discount code.
can
Sue Lane.
advertise. We're gonna take a quick break. There's another one for you.
Oh my
Sorry.
God.
I'm sorry.
Whoa, two.
It's Tuesday, and
Happy
this
birthday.
kind of stuff happens. When we come back, we'll get into why Tucker Carlson was let go from Fox News.
Who
Now
cares?
we know what happened here. Plus, somebody just leaned down, just bent over for a second, and you'll never believe what happened to their testicles. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You text us at 77031 and we say it on the air. Sometimes we might even give you credit. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Travel with caution and expect delays. Authorities are clearing up an accident on I-4 eastbound ramp to Maitland Boulevard. The ramp is blocked. You can expect delays due to an accident on Curry Ford Road at Goldenrod Road. There's slowdowns on I-4 eastbound between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. You can expect your regular pockets of congestion on Florida's Turnpike. See traffic troubles, call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Tri-County Metals.
Get great looks, durability, and energy efficiency in your next roof at Tri-County Metals. Need financing? No problem. Tri-County Metals offers great financing options as well. Learn more at TriCountyMetals.com. Next day delivery is available. TriCountyMetals.com.
Could you use some extra help meeting basic needs?
like putting food on the table or paying the rent, keeping your home warm and the lights on, buying new shoes for growing feet, or help with medical needs. Find out about the Supplemental Security Income Program, SSI, administered by Social Security. It's money you can use to help pay for basic needs like food, clothing, shelter, or medical needs. You could receive monthly SSI payments if your income and financial resources are low and you're 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability, or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to learn more about SSI and start the application process today. That's ssa.gov/SSI. This message produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Ricardo, quote, "This is one of the greatest inventions ever. I know this may sound like I'm exaggerating, but this sucker is amazing. The first time I did it, I couldn't believe what came out of my sinuses. I could breathe with ease. My wife just bought one too. Thank you for this product," unquote. He's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Preventive maintenance on all brands, and that saves you money and can detect an upcoming breakdown. Visit millsair.com.
Ah, what a day to be a Florida tomato. Sunny, warm, ooh, and expected afternoon showers. I am feeling so fine. You say tomato, I say, what the?
Florida tomatoes. They're ripe for the picking. So look for fresh from Florida tomatoes where you shop and support our state. See more seasonal produce at followfreshfromflorida.com.
The podcast Founding Son, John Quincy's America, examines the legacy of the 6th U.S. president, who spent his final decades battling the slaveocracy, featuring the voices of Patrick Warburton as John Quincy Adams and Nick Offerman as Andrew Jackson.
Was there ever witnessed such a barefaced corruption in any country before?
This blustering has an air of desperation.
Listen to Founding Son, John Quincy's America, a Curiosity podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Could you use monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet? Find out about Supplemental Security Income. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low and you're 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI. Produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
At Sunbelt Rentals, tools rule. They also clean and cut, chip and chop. They construct and destruct, help you climb up high and dig down deep. We rent tools that do so much for those with so much to do. The right size tools for your size jobs, and the expertise to help you rent the perfect one every single time. So next time you need a tool that nails, screws, paints, or polishes, rent in-store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Get ready to roll through McDonald's with the crew. Free up those cup holders, because any size, any flavor is the vibe, and you're getting all the drinks. Make it a tasty frozen Coke, a fun frozen Fanta Blue Raspberry, a cool frozen Sprite Limonade, a delicious Southern-style sweet tea, or a bold McCafe iced coffee. So many flavors. Any size is just $1.99. There are drinks. Then there are drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola, Fanta, Sprite, and Limonade are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
When we made our McDonald's Spicy Chicken McNuggets, you were praise hands emoji. Then we ran out, and you were streaming tears emoji. Now they're back, so you can be grinning face with sweat emoji. Order ahead on the McDonald's app.
but they're only back for a limited time. So make like a lightning emoji and get yours fast. Order ahead on the app and get 30% off when you spend $5 or more using mobile order and pay. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid 4/1/23 through 4/30/23 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a day. Limited time only. Excludes tax.
Shoppers, this is your local sweet corn farmer letting you know that Florida sweet corn is in season. Grown right here by farmers just like me. These golden cobs of sunshine are already in the produce section, waiting to go home to your family's dinner table. For all your local grown in-season foods and ingredients, ask for Fresh from Florida or look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo. Learn more at followfreshfromflorida.com. And happy eating.
After an accident, it's important to hire an attorney right away. Evidence can disappear quickly. Sure, you could wait to hire an attorney later and see how things turn out, but delays never make a case better. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. JustCallMo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Injured? Hire the largest injury firm in the world. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, money. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Check in with you and your dispatches in just a moment. I always see these stories where everybody's like, "Oh, it's so sweet," and I feel like old man yelling at clouds when I see it, and I go, that's not cute. That's not fun."
I just want 1 to 4 people.
You knew what I meant. Yelling at
An
clouds.
old man yelling at crowds is what they call a Biden rally
Yeah.
in some states.
Old men they'll yell at various things out there. But when people see this story and they see this headline, they're like, "Oh, that's so sweet." And I see
But
it and
not me.
I'm like, "What? This is terrible. What are you talking about?" And the story is from Insider today. A 91-year-old Oregon grocery store clerk says she will finally retire after raising enough money on GoFundMe. And you're like, "Oh, wow, okay. Well, that's nice that she's going to retire."
From what?
But she's 91 years old working at a grocery store.
What store?
Let's see if it says. It
Because
says
that's
cashier.
the part that pains me. And
Winco? I'm not familiar with that. It's in Oregon, though.
the part that, like, I don't understand because I can gather and grasp the idea that there are old people that should not be behind the wheel of a car, but if they're greeting everybody at Walmart because they love putting smiles on people's faces.
Yes.
I get it. But then you have a 95-year-old woman who's delivering my Uber Eats.
Yes.
Where I'm like, you should be living your last 5 years in the comfort of your home.
When you're of a certain age, there's a big difference between want to work and have to work.
How are you having to work?
If you have to work when you're 91 at a grocery store checking people out, that's not like, "Oh, she got the money." It's like, whoa, she's 91, y'all. She's still grinding it to try to get through enough money to
Medicare
retire.
available?
As a customer, though, how do I know the difference between, unless I'm looking for overall happiness or misery, how do I know the difference between whether or not the greeter is just there because they need...
Well,
They'd like
they
to
should
get out.
put a
They like to get out of the house and wave at people.
It should be on their name tag.
Or they're there because they have no money for food, and all they do is greet at Walmart, and then they take that money and buy the cheapest food.
You cut their leg off and you count the rings.
It should say, Harold, 91, wants to work. And they're like, "All right, Harold, good job." Well, if it says,
Harold, 91.
has to work,
Can't wait to
needs
die.
work. If it says needs to work, then we're like, whoa, that seems terrible to me. I don't think this is a sweet story. I think we've failed this woman.
Esther,
why does she
93, counting down the days.
Just tick
Still
tock.
breathing. Why was there a GoFundMe?
There was a GoFundMe for Betty Glover because people had
Betty
heard about
Glover.
her situation.
This is fake.
And Betty Glover, look up her GoFundMe and see if it's gone over this, because they said It was supposed to raise $40,000. It exceeded the goal, and it went to $60,000.
You mean Bruce Glover's wife?
Betty Glover. Are you thinking?
Oh my
Who's
God,
Bruce
she's
Glover?
so old. It was the first thing that came up on Google.
Oh no, she's a great grandma. So she's been working for 7 decades.
So great grandma. So not her children or her grandchildren or the great grandchildren have helped her get into a retirement loss of life situation.
No, she's 91,
Cool.
and everybody's like,
That's so nice.
Good luck, Grandma.
I got
Great-grandma.
the most recent numbers.
What's
if
it
you
at
want.
now? Was it It was supposed to be at 40. They exceeded that, went to 60. What's it at now?
We're at $75,254.
Okay. I mean, I'm not against that. I think it's great that people are being nice. I just think that nobody should be 91 and having to work.
Now, was this? Do we know that this is specifically GoFundMe?
Yeah, that's what it says here.
Because wasn't the GoFundMe, or maybe that GoFundMe? I'm thinking of Kickstarter. Kickstarter, you have to get something out of it.
Yeah. Right.
Kickstarter was
Eventually.
potato salad guy, and he had to promise everybody that he would say their name while he makes potato salad, or send him a picture of potato salad. There had to be something that you get for donating.
Do a live stream.
Whereas GoFundMe, you're not
good.
getting anything out of
No.
it. You're just telling her, hey, here
But-
you go.
Kindness to your heart.
I think if you don't meet the goal, then everyone gets their money back.
Yeah, does that happen if you don't get
I
out
think
of?
GoFundMe.
Betty Glover is a great grandma who says she's worked for 7 decades straight. For the last 10 years, she's been a cashier at Winco, an Oregon supermarket chain. Before that, she worked for, you ain't never going to guess it. What do you think?
Wait, she's at Winco now?
What was her job? She's at Winco. She's a grocery
NASA.
store clerk. Before that, she worked for this. NASA is an interesting guess, but no, not correct.
So it's not a grocery store.
Before that, she was a roofer.
Get out of here.
Was a roofer before this, and now she's working as this cashier at the grocery store, and none of it set her up.
There are a bunch of $500 donations on this GoFundMe. Let's see how many. There's a handful. One of them's $5.92. That's the biggest one.
I don't understand. She's been working for this grocery store for 10 years.
Yeah.
And they've offered her nothing.
No, not
as
enough,
far
I
as
guess.
retirement or what the government.
Here's the thing: she's
Gives
not asking for much. But with her, she's
getting a lot.
She must be getting Social Security and all these other things because she's of the age to get that.
Oh.
But that's not always enough.
She's also in hopes of paying off the 5th wheelchair trailer.
No, it's a 5th wheel camper that she has, which
I thought it was the 5th.
They have an RV that
wheelchair.
you can drive, like
I
the one
thought
you guys
she lived
took.
with 2 couples.
No, it's not that.
That was a great joke, C-Lane.
They have the RVs that you can drive, that you cruise along, and like you guys had at Okeechobee Music Festival. And then they have RVs that they call 5th wheel because that's the trailer type that hooks it to like a truck or something that's going to pull this along.
Right.
But she's living in an RV, for God's sake. That's what she's only trying to have enough money so she could survive in the RV.
Also, she really needs to retire because her eyesight is failing due to macular degeneration.
Okay,
Jesus.
Is there not government things that are given to old people?
Yeah.
She's not allowed to have any of those?
Well, hold on. Let's see what they say. Despite being one of the wealthiest countries on the planet, growing old in the United States is a hardship for millions of elderly Americans. Almost 90 years after Franklin D. Roosevelt signed the Social Security Act, Americans are now approaching retirement at a time of increased inflation and wage stagnation. Cost of living is more expensive, and medical care for senior citizens has escalated. You still get Social Security. If you're an American citizen and you're paying into Social Security, you're going to get that back at some point. What age is that? Oh, I'll figure it out again. Echo, at what age do you get Social Security?
You have to say.
Don't screw it up.
From 1130thetiger.com.
Perfect.
Americans are eligible to begin receiving Social Security benefits at age 62.
Okay, so she's way above that, for God's sake.
They noted some of this in the GoFundMe.
Oh, did
so
they?
Forbes magazine, 1992, the average retirement age for U.S. men was 62, 59 for women. By 2021, the ages had risen to 65 and 62.
All right.
And now this woman is 30 years after the average retirement age and still needing a GoFundMe in order to live her last couple
that
years.
Sucks.
It's insane.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that you can question about this, I think.
She is retiring. I mean,
Yeah.
it's happening.
She made it.
Her last day is May 1st.
Oh, look at that.
At the check stand.
She got 6 days later. Wouldn't that suck
she's
if she
still gonna
died the
show
day
up.
before?
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I was going to say, I bet she still shows up to just shop. But okay, Sean.
If she died on
That
her
would
last
suck.
day of work, it was like,
So what's wrong with you?
Just I'm being honest. It would be.
Are you being honest or being morbid?
Alanis Morissette situation. If last day at work, she's like, "Thank you, everybody," and then Mima hits the keys on the register with her face, slides down in 86.
Do you see how when Celia and I don't say
more
anything,
Mima.
he makes it even worse?
I'm not saying I want it to happen, but I was just saying, wouldn't that be something if that did occur? It would be terrible. But at least she's got this to look forward to here.
Yeah, at least.
Some news on the Tucker Carlson fire.
Yeah, let's segue.
We'll come back, and I'll get to the kids' testicles. That's also on the way. I know a lot of this sounds bad, but I assure you, we're in ship shape, and we're going to get to all that.
Don't include we. Celia and I are great.
Plus, your dispatches coming up next on the News Junkie.
Need to hear someone else's opinions before reconciling your own internal phobias? We got you, fam. Hey, Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
This is Chris Broussard. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Fresh from Florida.
Aaron Rodgers is finally a Jet, and regardless of what they gave up, New York probably won the trade. The Jets get a 4-time MVP who instantly changes the culture and adds credibility to a locker room. Somehow they won 7 games last year and were terrible offensively. Even with Aaron, the Jets maybe not Super Bowl contenders, they'll be competent offensively, and that's a great start. I'm Colin Cowherd.
Shoppers, this is your local sweet corn farmer letting you know that Florida sweet corn is in season. Ask for Fresh from Florida or look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo. Learn more at followfreshfromflorida.com. And happy eating.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
Getting a Jersey Mike's sub top Mike's way with onion, lettuce, tomatoes, oregano, and the juice is the bee's knees. Actually, it's better than the bee's knees. I mean, what's the purpose of knees on bees? They don't crouch, they just buzz around. But Mike's Way has a purpose, topping your sub the authentic Jersey way. It's the cat's pajamas. Wait, cats don't wear pajamas. Mike's Way is better. Let's just leave it at that. Get your sub top Mike's Way. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel V Pro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
When you order food for work on EasyCater.com, we've got your back. Real humans are here to help with your order every step of the way, making sure everything goes right, even behind the scenes without you knowing. Confirming and double confirming with the restaurant that everything is on track. If there's a problem,
thanks for calling EasyCater.
Call us anytime, day or night, and we'll answer in seconds. We're right here with 100,000 restaurants, working hard to ensure the food arrives on time and is ordered. Order 24/7 at EasyCater.com.
Speeding in work zones is not a vibe. But seriously, work zone speed limits are there for everyone's safety, including yours. Respect the cone zone by slowing down, putting away your phone, and giving workers a break. Because you know that driving safely is self-care. And we love that for you and our roadway workers. We all deserve to make it home at the end of the day. Let's get everyone home safely, Florida. Brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Hurry and shop the final days of SpringFest at Lowe's. Right now, get an additional $300 off when you spend $1,996 or more on select major kitchen appliances. And keep your lawn looking fresh with savings on the Ego 15-inch string trimmer. It was $219, now it's $199. Shop SpringFest today because Lowe's knows spring. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 426. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com for details.
I want to send out a gigantic welcome to Orlando to our friends over at Life Imaging FLA. They've been in South Florida for a few years now, saving people's lives with early detection with their heart and body scan. Man, the minute I heard about these guys, I was automatically intrigued. Lost my mom and my uncle to diseases they didn't even know they had. Early detection could have really helped them extend their lives. It really started making me and my wife both pay attention. After finding out that 1 in 3 people will die from heart disease, and in 30 to 40% of heart attacks, the first symptom is sudden death, it took me no time at all to realize Life Imaging FLA is where I need to be. And right now, they're giving out free heart scans. And speaking of the scan, it takes 10 minutes or so, and you don't even have to get undressed. Call Life Imaging FLA for your free heart scan now. From your cell phone, call pound 250 and say the keyword free heart scan. That's pound 250. Just say the keyword free heart scan, and you'll be connected in seconds. And while you're there, ask about their cancer screening as well. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
If your property has been damaged in a storm, call me, Mark Anajar, at the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. And take back control of your life. Office in Orlando.
Listening to this station on your free iHeartRadio app could put $5,000 in your pocket.
No way, are you kidding me?
Open your app and search this station to be instantly qualified for the cash.
Yay! Thank you so much.
Download the free iHeartRadio app for all the music, radio, and podcasts you love.
If your company needs to spring into efficient hiring, then check out Indeed. Their powerful hiring platform makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
How else are you going to know what we're up to off the air? Find us and like us. Real Radio 1041 on Facebook is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Radio.
Coming up in just a moment. I don't know if this is true or not. People are saying, RIP Japan lunar lander. Did they fail? Did the lunar lander, Japanese a private company, was trying to land on the moon, explode? We'll look that up. We'll see if we can find out more information about that. But I know that was happening during the show here. It's like some private company thinks SpaceX, but not here in the United States. It's actually over in Japan. And the SpaceX of Japan was landing an unmanned rover on the moon, a first for them, and we don't know if it was successful or not, but it was supposed to happen moments ago.
Well, the live stream that you sent me is over.
It is? Okay.
So,
can you go back on the live stream?
I'm looking at it right now.
All right.
This looks to be footage of like some of the preparation.
Yeah, this is some stock footage here of them getting this like rover, the lunar lander, ready.
See, no.
All of that looks like stock footage.
Come on, where's the stuff?
That's
and that's not that's a 3D
no,
image.
this was them.
That's an animation. Oh no, they're shaking their heads. The people who are reacting.
And now we are at the moment of planned landing time.
They look upset.
Everyone, please give us a few moments to confirm.
Oh no, did they fail? This sucks.
We hope to maybe receive a message from our MCC soon.
It's a cool looking
rover. If
rover
that's not the case, then we will need a few moments to continue investigations, and we'll update you as soon as we have new information.
How's that thing supposed to wander around if it was a successful land?
I don't know if it is
MCC
supposed to wander around.
Look at the two on the bottom
Standing
right.
by.
Yeah. They got their arms around each other.
Confirm. Everyone is laser focused right
This
now.
looks more like a LAN party playing World of Warcraft than it does.
I don't want to see their hearts broken. they're gonna learn if that exploded. If it did,
They need to go the SpaceX route, which is like if it explodes,
really
we still love it.
Yeah, we learned a lot. We got a lot of data. That's all you have to say. They said you could feel the tension, and they're all sitting in this room, but everybody's face looks like things aren't going well. I don't know what they're seeing that we're not.
Dang.
something is happened that's not great.
Tap, tap on the shoulder.
Tap on the shoulder there.
That means it blew
allow
up.
us a little bit more time to confirm the status of our lander.
That's not good. They should be celebrating right now. They should be jumping for joy. Like they're working on the tablets.
Come on.
I think they screwed it up.
Yeah.
I think it ended up exploding.
Still in the process of
Look how
confirmation.
not mission control that room looks.
I know. It just looks like a big conference room. They rented out, put a bunch of tables.
Oh, they went to convert. Yeah.
Oh, they
And I
did.
assure you, our crew is working on it as we
Yeah,
speak.
I feel like everyone in that room knows that.
Yeah,
that
their
did not
faces
go
are
well.
very sour. Like, yeah, we screwed this up, and then they cut to some footage.
Sorry.
That's weird.
That sucks if
It
that's
happens.
the case. All right, we're gonna get into jury duty in
Let's
a
just
second.
throw that millions of dollars down the
Oh
drain.
yeah, by billions. Even.
Japan and the people that 3D print the rockets, they can get together
They got to.
and compare notes.
Here's all our data from when we screwed up and when you screwed up, and great success next time. Before we do jury duty, by the way, I like your headband.
Thank you.
I like that. It
And
looks-
thank you
looks
to
great on the stream.
Tommy Awesome.
Oh yeah, you got us some stuff. Huh?
Yes,
Yeah.
appreciate it. Thanks for the birthday gift, my dude.
Even C-Lane and myself and Sabrina and I got a
got
bottle of
tiny
Jameson
ones.
over
Yeah,
here.
Oh,
tiny
wow.
ones.
So it looks like it's
A
time.
little travel bottle of Jameson. What do you got over there?
Travel bottle.
Oh,
of
that's a
Jameson.
larger bottle of Jameson.
Yes,
Holy
it is.
cow!
And
you-
then I got a bag full of candy.
Oh, that's nice. That was very nice of you, Tommy.
I'll
Awesome.
make it rain on the strippers.
Thank you for doing that. We appreciate it.
Oh, except for the doggy treats.
yes.
Yeah, that
that's
would
for
be
Carl.
weird if I threw that at the strippers.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. They're going to take offense to that, I think. Real
Means you
quick,
think they're dogs.
on the Tucker Carlson situation.
Precisely.
Here's how this started. There was a bunch of talk on Fox News about the election and the voting machines and Dominion voting systems. That led to a lawsuit because Dominion voting systems didn't like what they heard on Fox and they thought it was defamatory. So they had a lawsuit. Fox News was getting their ass kicked in this lawsuit. And in the last moment, they made a settlement with Dominion Voting Systems for $787 million. Now, there's another outstanding suit from another voting company, and then another one from a whistleblower that are out there and against Fox News. The whistleblower one says that there was a culture at Fox News where there were some producers and stuff that were sexist. And so people are starting to figure out, hey, why did Tucker Carlson get let go out of the blue? Well, yesterday late, we learned that Rupert Murdoch was the one who had made the decision to get rid of Tucker Carlson. But in the slew of text messages from this lawsuit from a whistleblower who used to work at Fox News against the corporation is something that maybe weighed in on this. And there are a lot of text messages between Tucker Carlson and other hosts of the primetime programs on Fox News. And in it, they're talking very disparagingly about the news side of Fox News. And it exposed a rift at the network where the news side, which is everything before, 5 or 6 p.m., where they try to be a little less of an ideologue in terms of the voice of the station, they apparently don't get along well with the Tucker Carlson. So that split was one of the things that affected this, and they knew when these text messages came out, it was just going to be worse. And I guess he was at odds with the CEO of Fox News, too. Still no word from Tucker Carlson. I don't know if he's been sworn to secrecy, but we'll see what he says next. Let's get into it. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Here's the phone number for you. It's 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MOE. After an accident, after a slip and fall, a workplace injury, there's lots of attorneys that you can go to. But do you want an attorney that's just going to be on the most billboards or have the most commercials on TV? Or do you want an attorney that's going to hear your story, that's going to listen to you, and then armed with that information, fight against these billion-dollar insurance companies to get you the outcome that you deserve? That's what you deserve, and you should get that. And I encourage you to call 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MOE, or go to justcallmo.com. There has been an incident in Belgium, and I'm going to tell you what happened, and you have to guess why this was the case.
Ooh, I love this game.
There were a bunch of authorities in Belgium that seized 2,352 cans of Miller High Life. They demanded that it be emptied immediately and crushed. They wanted this destroyed. Why did Belgian authorities say we must seize these 2,352 cans of Miller High Life and we must destroy it now? Any guesses?
Because they had a transgender influencer on their...
Nope, not that. Think about Miller High Life a little bit.
I know why.
Do you know it?
I know why.
Did you see the story?
No, I haven't seen the story.
Okay.
Because Miller High Life says on the cans that they are the champagne of beers. However, there is not a drop of champagne inside those cans.
That is correct.
Well done, Christopher.
They are an EU member state, and that means that they have to enforce some rules that they have in place in France. And
How
France,
is this just happening?
I don't know. They usually don't have it there, I think. And somebody tried to get in a shipment of Miller High Life. That's what my guess is.
I don't get how champagne of beers isn't just like one entity.
Yeah.
It's the champagne
it's
of
just-
beers, not champagne.
The problem is they're so protective in France over the word champagne. You cannot call something that doesn't come from the Champagne region of France champagne. In the
What
U.S.,
if you like
it's
change the
sparkling
spelling
wine.
of it?
Is it sparkling wine?
Yeah,
It's sparkling wine, or whatever they call it in the U.S. In France, it's champagne, and they really go for it. But champagne of beers, it's not really saying that it contains champagne.
Right.
It's saying in the world of beers, it's as good as champagne is.
Correct.
To people who like that, but still,
That sucks.
They were like, nope, and they smashed 2,352 cans of High Life as a
they
result.
just send it back? Do they really have to smash all of
No,
it?
they just got rid of all of it. The destruction, the authorities explained, was a consequence of the European Union's strict rules regarding the protected designation of origin of several wines or foodstuffs produced, processed, and prepared in specific geographical areas, blah, blah, blah. It's like Kalamata olive oil, champagne, and champagne is a different thing. Buffalo mozzarella from Campania. I didn't know that was a thing. It has to be from the specific place. And paprika.
And it has to be from the milk of the buffalo.
From the Murcia region of Spain. Hopefully I'm saying at least half of those, right?
Murcia.
But they said, Molson Coors said in a statement that it respected local restrictions regarding the word champagne, but, quote, we remain proud of Miller High Life, its nickname, and its Milwaukee, Wisconsin provenance.
You know what'll be fun? If they alter their cans and bottles just for France, and then it'll kind of be a collectible to have the French Miller High Life that says the top notch of beers or something like that. You know, something.
They can't say the king of beers because I think Budweiser has that, right?
Oh.
Isn't Budweiser king of beers? Is their whole thing?
Is it?
So
think
blank
so.
of beers is a territory that's hard fought over, and they don't want to
beers
see
of
any
beers.
ground there.
Or if they go champagne but spell with SH.
Yeah, maybe you can get around it that way. But they do that with wings, et cetera, et cetera. There's some places that do that. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I'll tell you about the testicles kid and what happened
Thank
to
God.
him. I'm finally going to pay that one off.
Get off the edge of your seat, my friends.
Plus, something that you're eating that science says is making you depressed. I was surprised when I saw this headline. You're going to be surprised when you hear it. And it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your shot at $1,000 is next. Brought to you locally by Mills Air. If you want a shot at $5,000, make sure you're listening to us on our free iHeartRadio app.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Travel with caution and expect delays. Authorities are clearing up an accident on the ramp from I-4 eastbound to Maitland Boulevard. There's slowdowns due to an accident on John Young Parkway heading northbound at Tap Finland Road. And you can expect delays due to an accident on State Road 535 heading northbound between World Center Drive and I-4. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center on James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Discover credit cards do something pretty awesome at the end of your first year. They automatically double all the cash back you've earned. That's right. Everything you've earned, doubled. The cash back from trips, restaurants, all doubled. Seriously though, see terms and check it out for yourself at discover.com/match.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
When you order food for work on EasyCater.com, we've got your back. Real humans are here to help with your order every step of the way, making sure everything goes right, even behind the scenes without you knowing. Confirming and double confirming with the restaurant that everything is on track. If there's a problem,
Thanks for calling EasyCater.
call us anytime, day or night, and we'll answer in seconds. We're right here with 100,000 restaurants, working hard to ensure the food arrives on time and is ordered. Order 24/7 at EasyCater.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
In this week's Marketers Report, Patrizio Spagnoletto, Global Chief Marketing Officer Direct-to-Consumer for Warner Brothers Discovery, weighs in on building trust.
Trust is a really hard thing to build and a really easy thing to destroy, and we have to be very respectful about that. Our partnership with iHeart has really helped us build that trust and that relationship with the on-air talent.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, trusted influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Spring has sprung and it's full tilt boogie time at GiveMeTheVin.com. I'm overpaying for cars because I think they're going to go up even higher from where they are right now. We'll pay off your payoff. We'll pick your stuff up. We'll quote you quick and easy at GiveMeTheVin.com. America's best car buyer. Go there right now, and if I don't beat a CarMax offer, I'll send you a check for $100.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Shoppers, this is your local sweet corn farmer letting you know that Florida sweet corn is in season. Grown right here by farmers just like me. These golden cobs of sunshine are already in the produce section, waiting to go home to your family's dinner table. For all your local grown in-season foods and ingredients, ask for Fresh from Florida or look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo. Learn more at followfreshfromflorida.com. And happy eating.
Orlando is growing, and Ocean Bank is here to bring you even more possibilities with our new branch right in the heart of the city. Visit us in downtown Orlando today. Ocean Bank, member FDIC.
Tommy Mello here, owner of A1 Garage Door Service. Springtime savings are here, and now is the perfect time to service your garage. Don't wait until a simple garage door repair becomes a major problem. Call A1 Garage today and receive the best service, best parts, and best warranty in the industry.
Could you use monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet? Find out about Supplemental Security Income. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low and you're 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI. Produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Jim here for my friends at Solar Bear. In Orlando in 2022, there were 3 different utility rate increases and another 4% increase scheduled for April. Stop going along with these rate increases. Now's the time to go solar with Solar Bear, the #1 solar installer in the state of Florida. They can help eliminate your power bill in 2023. Solar Bear, also the highest rated and reviewed solar company in the state, locally owned and operated. That means no subcontractors. Visit solarbear.com today for your free estimate and check it out right now. 0 down, 0% interest, and no payments for 12 months with credit approval. Say goodbye to your electric bill, but say hi to Solar Bear. Solarbear.com.
When you order food for work on EasyCater.com, we've got your back. Real humans are here to help with your order every step of the way, making sure everything goes right, even behind the scenes without you knowing. Confirming and double confirming with the restaurant that everything is on track. If there's a problem,
Thanks for calling EasyCater.
call us anytime, day or night, and we'll answer in seconds. We're right here with 100,000 restaurants, working hard to ensure the food arrives on time and is ordered. Order 24/7 at EasyCater.com.
And now, everybody who's fueled by your local Circle K. There's flower shop owners, neighborhood bakers, awesome food truck sandwich makers, gearheads, mighty motorheads, farmers and their farmsteads, life-saving physicians and headbanging musicians, that guy who helps you change your spare, and rock star nurses. The people we rely on every day are fueled by Circle K. Every single day, fueled by Circle K.
Morgan & Morgan, dial pound 529 on your cell phone. Pound law, that's all.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, FUN. F-U-N, FUN. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
You know, I don't know if you guys have seen this yet, but it's insane to me. I want to preface what I'm about to talk about with this. I'm almost always on the side of, if you come at video games or music and try to blame them for some sort of violence that has happened, it's stupid. It's not really backed by any solid science. There's nothing that shows that kids playing these games makes them more violent human beings, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But if you guys have seen this new video game that people are talking about, this one's a little different. It hits a little different. Have either of you, Sabrina or Celine, heard of Unrecord? I think that's how you say it.
I have not.
Unrecord.
I did start playing Call of Duty last night.
Did you?
Yeah,
this is
Modern Warfare, I believe, too.
This is in a way based on that kind of game.
Okay.
Let me bring up the trailer for this, and I hope that they don't curse. I'm imagining in the video game trailer that they wouldn't curse. But this is a new video game that's coming out, and the basis of it is that it is telling the story of a tactical police officer from the perspective of his body camera. As you work to solve a complex case,
I have heard about this.
you'll need to use your tactical and detective skills to succeed.
This is CGI? Or
It's-
they're using real footage?
It's actually a video game. It's just the computer graphics from the video game, and this is some of the gameplay that is in the game, and it's so disturbingly real that it kind of changes my mind. Like, I could see if somebody was going to shoot something up, they might use this to sort of test out whether they'll be able to be successve or not.
This looks real,
It looks like straight up real footage off a body cam. It looks like a cop is
I've
going
seen better.
through I've seen better than I've never seen as good as this, man. It is so real looking when you're running, no matter what's going on. You could have told me that this was from a cop's body cam, and I 100% would have believed you. And the way that it's shot makes it even more realistic. And this is one that is getting a lot of comments because of the level of reality in the gameplay.
That is some serious, awesome graphics.
Isn't it weird? It looks like an actual building. The people look real. Because it's shot from body cam height, the way the hand is and the gun is, looks totally real. You kicking open doors, doing all these things. Night Owl on Twitch says Unreal Engine 5 is amazing. If you don't know what that is, Unreal Engine, as that gets better, changes the world of video games because a lot of video games are built on top of this software called Unreal Engine.
Well, these are also changing the world of television, too, because a lot of a lot of work went into how they shoot The Mandalorian, and they used video game technology to create this big giant room. Where all of the like you're just surrounded by really high quality LED screens that have the setting that you're filming in, and it moves along with the movement of the camera.
That's bizarre.
To make it look like you're really in the place.
I'm sorry, I really do not believe this is a real video game.
I mean, it looks like
the quality is
real
too
life.
good. I mean, I have played enough on a updated system that there is no other game that can compare to this.
Yeah, I mean, they're bleeping some things out and censoring because they don't want to show the actual
I think
shots.
this is fake.
Because it looks that real. It's the real deal. It's called Unrecord.
Where is it available?
I don't think it's out yet. These are just gameplay trailers that they're releasing. Here's what it says. It says, why your next video game will look like a body cam video of a police shooting. And it said a short clip from an upcoming first-person shooter is making the rounds online this week, but it looks so real you might not even recognize it as a video game at first. It's absolutely true. In the video, we see a first-person perspective of a man with a gun chasing someone through a warehouse. The game, called Unrecord, uses Epic Games' popular Unreal Engine 5, which is already implemented in Fortnite, and that you'll soon see in countless games, including Redfall and many others. But Fortnite is not meant to look real. It's not meant to look like real people that you're playing. It's like an animated world that you're operating in. This is meant to look real, and it does.
This looks too real, Sean. It is too real. And I will say, based on what I just played yesterday for the first time, the most updated Call of Duty, which is the graphics are incredible.
Yeah,
and it's supposed to be real military style fighting,
right?
With the exception of people that paid for paintball.
But can you still tell that that's not a real situation? Like it still looks a little video game-y, if you will.
Same, yes, and with Last of Us and the remaster of Last of Us and the PS5 version of Last of Us 2. This is too real looking that all of a sudden a company that we've never heard of and a game that we've never heard of has this realistic of graphics.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense to me.
It says it's not the first video game that has evoked media we associate with real-world violence. 2007's Call of Duty Modern Warfare shocked audiences when it included a level where the player takes control of an AC-130 gunship.
Okay, but it doesn't look like that.
It looked almost indistinguishable from the grainy night vision footage we saw in the news at the time from wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. But now they don't have to do grainy and night vision to make it look real. They can do it in broad daylight, and it looks real. It's quite something to take in. And speaking of taking in stuff, before we get to your dispatches and get all caught up over there, new research suggests that something you're eating may be causing you to be depressed.
No!
Pay attention, everybody. A research team in China figured this out, and they said of all things, this is mostly pronounced among young men and younger consumers in general, but not just fried foods make you depressed. In particular, French fries.
What?
I said,
that makes so much sense.
That
more
makes
depressed.
no sense. French fries make me happy.
A study evaluated 140,728 people, 140K people, over 11 years. After excluding participants diagnosed with depression within the first 2 years, a total of 8,294 cases of anxiety and 12,000 cases of depression were found in those that consumed fried food, while specifically fried potatoes, French fries, were found to have a 2% increase in risk of depression over
2%?
other things. Yes. If you eat the French fries, boom, instantly.
Stupid.
2% risk increase of being depressed. Worth it, though. Still going to eat it.
Oh, wow.
Let me pay off the kids' testicles tease that
God.
have been pushing out there and saying far too much.
Aren't those one and the same?
These testicles are from a young boy with a lot of problems right now. Not a turtle shell problem, as we heard earlier in the show. Go check that out over on the See It Now section of the newsjunkie.com. But this one's different. A teenager sent one of his testicles slinging inside his body while bending over to pick up a golf ball, they say. The 16-year-old from Utah developed a sudden pain in his groin after leaning over to pick up the ball in the green. After a quick inspection, he noticed his left testicle had completely vanished. It was totally gone, and so he went to get some medical help. Medics eventually discovered the unidentified boy's testicle. It retracted far higher than normal and was lodged inside his body. They said this was due to an unusual aspect of the boy's biology that he carried from birth. They call it a hole-in-one.
Like a slingshot?
Yeah,
in there?
yeah. Like I think it retracted, which maybe it's supposed to do sometimes, but then it was like too tight for it to drop back down.
Have you? This is also very new to me. Maybe other women that listen to the show.
Yeah.
You guys had moments in which your balls retracted?
Well, they can pull in close to your body. They usually it doesn't go like
And you
inside.
feel that.
I mean, they're not dropped when you're born.
Yeah.
No, I know that, but once they drop in and realize they could retract,
I don't know
they
if
go
they
back
can.
in. You could just reel them back. That's wild. To
I
me.
don't know how that works. If it is, it's not a pronounced thing. It's not
like a Kegel.
But it's not like the landing gear on a plane or anything. It's not like, you're thinking there's a,
That's what I'm thinking.
But he clearly felt that. Let's see what you're feeling.
Coming in for Lynn.
We're not going to expand that conversation at all.
Hey, that's all I know. I don't know any more about it.
Well, you guys have balls. You never
but-
have. They've always just hanging down.
No, like if you get into a situation where
Unless
there's
you get cold.
Yeah, temperature changes going on, it'll pull very
So you
close
can't
to your
like
body.
think about it real hard and use the muscles, and
No.
they kind of go up a little bit.
No, you can't do that.
But you can.
It's not like a
move,
yo-yo.
No.
But you
no.
can move your.
You can move that around. You can move the other part around for sure. Here's Lisa.
All right, no more questions. I
You're
suppose.
moving.
It's amazing to me that we can expand upon some weird ass topics.
No.
But when it comes to the anatomy of men,
We're
we don't
answering
want
questions.
to talk.
Oh, answer the question.
You're not even wanting to answer them.
You can't move the berries.
No.
You can move the twig, but you're not moving the twig. You're moving the muscles behind. You're moving the pelvic
Yeah.
muscles, and that just causes
You don't
the
have
twig to
perfect
dance.
control. Yeah, you're
No.
right. Dance is a good word for it because you can't just go like.
It's not like an elephant where there's so much control over that entire trunk.
It would be cool
I see
if it
what you
was
mean.
though. If you had that ability,
yeah.
just to full
Sure.
on,
Pick up stuff.
Yeah,
Now he wants to expand the conversation.
whatever you could. All right, let's go to Lisa G. She
Please.
has a dispatch. She says, "Happy birthday, Sabrina." Right here.
Sean C. Lane, happy Tuesday. And Sabby, happy birthday, my friend. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Ooh. Just wanted to dispatch in, say, I hope you have a wonderful time with the ladies tonight and enjoy the rest of your birthday. Glad that the boys spoiled you with bottles of liquor, and just hope your day is as wonderful as you are.
Aw.
Hope
Thank
y'all
you.
have a wonderful rest of your week. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
Thank you, Lisa G.
Appreciate ya.
Here is the big show. It says class action lawsuits? Question mark.
News junkies, what's going on? Your man Big Show here. First and foremost, Sabby, happy birthday. Wish
Thank
I was
you.
in Orlando.
Same.
I definitely would have a couple bottles or something for you
Like a
tonight.
stock the bar
but,
party.
Rain
It
check.
really
I
is.
got you ever. I'm in Orlando again and we meet up. But I would also like to say, do you hear class action? Because Red Bull was supposed to give you wings, and now they're saying champagne of
It
beer
does sound like
doesn't
that.
contain champagne. Will there be a class action lawsuit? Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop. Big
I'm not
Show.
sure. I don't know if they're going to push for this. I think it's a little different than the Red Bull one, but it's not too far off. Jean Marquis on YouTube says, your berries go up when you go to sleep. I don't know if that's true because if it happens to me, I'm asleep.
Courtney, if you could check.
I don't know if it like retracts into your body as much as
It
people
might
are
just
saying.
roll backwards. You know, like you're horizontal.
Retraction.
And they just like.
Yeah, it's going to pulls back a little and
There is
fades
like
away.
an area in which you could, if you pressed up. There's
Yeah.
a storage area, and you put a piece of duct tape on it.
Ooh, I don't think you could fit everything in there.
I don't know how it works.
There's like, 'cause
Are
if
you in pain?
If you have a hernia, that's like a tear in the wall right there, and that means that basically your guts are kind of leaking out into that part when
I
that
like
happens.
that.
Yeah, it's fairly common, unfortunately. But when that happens, it's different. But I don't think it just like zaps up like that. What do I know? Here's CW with a dispatch. Hello.
Hey, news junkies.
Hey.
I want to say happy birthday, Sabrina.
Thank you.
Mine's tomorrow. I'll be 43 years young.
Happy birthday, dude.
I want to say, Sean, hey, I just had to go in to get a ultrasound on my belly about my drinking and whatnot.
Tell me your belly
So
belly story.
keep our fingers crossed, man. So, all right, we're going to pop. Love you guys.
All right. Good luck, buddy. I don't know what's going on there, but I wish you well.
But you're the guy he wanted to tell.
Yeah, he wanted to tell me about that stomach situation. I hope they don't find anything bad. Let's do one more. Here's Big Al chiming in.
C-Lane, you have to be in the delivery room. It was awesome when my son was born. I hate to sound like a pussy, but yes, I cried.
What a pussy.
And honestly, I hear guys complain, but I never looked at my wife's for JJ any differently after that, so don't even worry about that. It was just a beautiful experience. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
Oh, God. You know, that's like this weird common thing that dudes think. It's not unlike, there's a lot of guys who seem to believe that if a woman is promiscuous and has a high body count, as they say, that all of a sudden it's going to completely change the anatomy of this human being to be different in some way, visually or by appearances. And although birth is a crazy thing that's happening, there's not this thing where it's like it's not like the Kool-Aid man jumped through a wall.
A dog in a hallway.
It's not. It's like,
that's the beautiful thing about vaginas.
The body's ever able to come back to where it was, which is maybe the most amazing part about it.
Thank you, Sean. That was very nice of you to say.
Here I am speaking for women of the world.
That's the quota for the year.
Female spokesperson for the day. Here is one more. I promise this is it. Here's Curtis.
Hello there, my dudes.
I can kind of hear you.
About the bike.
No.
Curtis.
Bye, Curtis. See you later, Curtis.
What?
Listen back. Take a second of your time to listen back to the dispatch.
Like, I drive a truck, but I'm going to put my phone on the roof.
You don't want the window down. You don't want to create any more noises than you need to. I did see this. We were talking the other day about who are the happy people, the happy Americans. And the Wall Street Journal said that they were people who mostly were older, and a lot of them were religious. And maybe those things had something to do with why the person was more happy. And that young people were just miserable. And I went from there to say, well, it's because a lot of the stuff that young people are hearing in culture, in modern culture, is just negative. You know, the world's going to end. This is happening for this reason.
It's a lot of information.
All bad stuff. Now, they asked in this particular story a bunch of people who were Gen Z kids. And it was the Harvard Youth Poll that just came out. And they said, hey, are you feeling nervous, anxious, or on edge? 54% of Gen Zers said, yes, I'm feeling nervous, anxious, or on edge. Hey, do you have trouble relaxing? 52% have trouble relaxing. Hey, are you feeling down, depressed, or hopeless? 47% say yes to that, which is wild. Do you have little interest or pleasure in doing things? 46% said yes. Lonely. Are you lonely? You suffer from loneliness. 44%. Are you feeling afraid as if something awful might happen? 42%. We're still at almost half of these Gen Zers who feel that way. Are you worried about a potential mass shooting when in a public space? 34%. 1 out of 3 plus of Gen Zers say that they go in public and they feel that there might be a mass shooting. And thoughts that you would be better off dead or thoughts of hurting yourself in some way. 24% of Gen Zers saying yes to that, which is 1 out of 4 and is not good. We need to inject a little more positivity into that generation somehow, some way. Maybe as they grow older, they'll find some kind of sanity out of all of this, all the insanity in the world around us. When we come back, we've got to get to a new bill that just required something new to be placed in schools. What's that? We're going to hear about that, plus hear from more of you and your grade A dispatches on a Share the Show Tuesday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
About a third of U.S. adults say they regularly get their news from Facebook. Might as well get it from us. Real Radio 1041 on Facebook is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com. Watch out for slowdowns due to an accident on State Road 535 heading northbound between World Center Drive and I-4. The right lane is blocked due to an accident on John Young Parkway heading northbound at Tap Finland Road. And the ramp is blocked due to an accident from I-4 eastbound to Maitland Boulevard. Traveling on Florida's Turnpike, you can expect your regular pockets of congestion. See traffic troubles, call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's $3 breakfast deal. Wendy's $3 breakfast deal is your choice of bacon or sausage, egg and Swiss croissant, plus a small seasoned potatoes for just $3. Break your morning routine and get your $3 breakfast deal today. Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
This hour is sponsored by Barks in the City, June 3rd at Apopka Amphitheater.
Spring is sprung and business is blooming. That means you could turn over a new leaf in a new Mitsubishi. RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi. And I'm so excited about our spring sale, I wet my plants. This week I'll give you up to $4 more than Kelly Blue Book value for your old ride. So if the bloom is off the roads with your current car, buck up, Buttercup. In a 7-passenger, 5-star safety-rated 2023 Outlander starting at only $26,900. Or check out the 2023 Mirage, cleanest gas car in America. And for your peace of mind, all Mitsubishis come with a lifetime limited warranty. Do other dealers rake you through the mud over past credit mishaps? We're rooting for you. And our rates start at only $1.9. Plus, you could get way more than your car's worth and drive a nicer, newer car today. But hurry, this deal will get picked over soon. I'm RC Hill Mitsubishi. 2 locations, DeLand and Ocala. Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price determines actual trade allowance. Negative equity may be refinanced. Offer absolutely ends April 30th, 2023. See dealer for details.
Ah, what a day to be a Florida tomato. Sunny, warm, and expected afternoon showers. I am feeling so fine. You say tomato, I say, what the?
Florida tomatoes. They're ripe for the picking. So look for fresh from Florida tomatoes where you shop and support our state. See more seasonal produce at followfreshfromflorida.com.
The podcast Let's Talk About Myths, Baby, retells stories from Greek and Roman mythology, from gods and goddesses to heroes and monsters. Explore the weird and often awful things the ancient deities were up to.
When it comes to Melanoi, people want to take this idea of the romance of Hades and Persephone to a happy ever after.
Listen to Let's Talk About Myths, Baby, on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
We hear you, Orlando, loud and clear. You are growing, people are thriving, and business is booming. Ocean Bank has been helping businesses grow for over 40 years. And now, we are here to bring you even more possibilities with our new branch right in the heart of the city. The power of Ocean has come to Orlando. Visit us at our new branch in downtown or go online to oceanbank.com to learn more. Ocean Bank, member FDIC.
Tommy Mello here, owner of A1 Garage Door Service. Springtime savings are here, and now is the perfect time to service your garage. Don't wait until a simple garage door repair becomes a major problem. Call A1 Garage today and receive the best service, best parts, and best warranty in the industry.
Welcome to Pollo Tropical. Would you like to try our new coconut shrimp?
Coconut shrimp, shrimp and the coconut. Coconut shrimp, coconut shrimp.
Coco y camarón.
Pollo is serving up perfectly golden, sweet, and savory coconut shrimp in a bowl, platter, or on the side with our pineapple rum sauce. We're going coconuts for the all-new coconut shrimp, only at Pollo Tropical.
Coconut shrimp, coco y camarón.
Jim here for my friends at Solar Bear. In Orlando in 2022, there were 3 different utility rate increases and another 4% increase scheduled for April. Stop going along with these rate increases. Now's the time to go solar with Solar Bear, the #1 solar installer in the state of Florida. They can help eliminate your power bill in 2023. Solar Bear, also the highest rated and reviewed solar company in the state, locally owned and operated. That means no subcontractors. Visit solarbear.com today for your free estimate. And check it out right now. 0 down, 0% interest, and no payments for 12 months with credit approval. Say goodbye to your electric bill, but say hi to Solar Bear. Solarbear.com.
Could you use some extra help meeting basic needs? Like putting food on the table or paying the rent? Keeping your home warm and the lights on? Buying new shoes for growing feet? Or help with medical needs? Find out about the Supplemental Security Income Program, SSI, administered by Social Security. It's money you can use to help pay for basic needs like food, clothing, shelter, or medical needs. You could receive monthly SSI payments if your income and financial resources are low and you're 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability, or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to learn more about SSI and start the application process today. That's ssa.gov/SSI. This message produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Pray.com's Meditative Prayers podcast is the best way to bring God's perfect peace into your night. Each meditative prayer helps you focus on God, fight anxiety, sleep better, and more.
As you close your eyes, ask God to come and have fellowship with you. Open yourself to the Holy Spirit and ask Him to minister to you.
Listen to Meditative Prayers on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Order your Hummer EV at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, FUN. F-U-N, FUN. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
The failure moment. I've got the moment, I think, here where Japan's company iSpace, like iPhone, they say the moon landing attempt may have failed. They have no contact with the spacecraft. They swung and they missed today, and they're all very, very sad about this. Put a lot of work in. We were watching some of the broadcast, and they switched at one point.
They did. A lot of B-roll.
They're like, we're waiting to get contact from the rover, and everybody's just, their faces started to kind of drop, and you could tell that things weren't going well, but maybe this is the moment where they really figured out. Let's see.
Now we lost the communication.
Oh.
So we have to assume that it may...
Okay, that go-to.
We
the right
could not complete the landing on the lunar surface.
Oh, look how sad all these poor guys are. They do like just a wipe over of the crowd, and you see all the guys and ladies that are responsible for this program. Probably worked on it forever, and they're all like, oh.
How many dollars down the drain?
That's a lot. It's a lot to get anything on the moon. Billions. It's got to be billions to get something up there.
But look at them. They have a lot of money because they all have sponsors. Look at the patches.
It's like NASCAR drivers.
SMBC. Yeah, that's the only one that.
Nitera Jaw. Yeah, there's a bunch of, like, all over the sleeves of their shirts are a bunch of advertisers. I think that's what that is.
Makes you wonder how it was so easy back in the day. Huh?
Yeah, they failed it this time.
What needs to happen is that I know we have Artemis is going to fly around the moon, and then eventually
did already. I thought.
Nah,
did it not?
I don't know.
No, not yet.
No, because
they did the tests.
They haven't put the people. It flew around the moon without people. They're going to put the people in and fly the people around the moon and then land. We're taking our time with this, just like last time. And I think when they put the people on the moon, they need to land right where that Japanese lander landed. And if it's still there, they lost communication, but it might still be intact.
It could.
They just turn it off, turn it back on.
Yeah.
Do a quick reboot.
There you go.
And right till the cameras kick in and Japan can see it, and then just drop kick the lander.
Right off the moon.
Yeah.
Just right out of there.
Put in a big bucket of ice.
Oh, that sucks for them, man.
I meant rice.
All right, quickly in Texas, our friends over in Texas.
On the moon, you have to put stuff in ice to fix it.
They have passed a bill as of the end of last week requiring every public school classroom to have this. What do you think it is that now, as a result, needs to be in every classroom in the state of Texas?
3, 2, 1. Together, let's guess. 3, 2,
2,
1.
1.
Guns.
Guns and what?
I said beer. I don't know.
Beer? No, not beer in class. Nope, it's not beer and it's not guns. It's something that they want displayed in every classroom.
Oh, the Ten Commandments.
It is indeed the Ten Commandments.
Perfect.
The legislation passed the state Senate on a 17-12 vote, and it's heading to the House of Representatives. They don't know if it's going to pass there or not, but it very well might. They said Senate Bill 1515, authored by State Senate Phil King, a Republican, requires the Ten Commandments to be displayed in a conspicuous place in each classroom in a size and typeface that is legible to a person with average vision from anywhere in the classroom.
In public schools.
In public schools, they're going to put this out there. And the interesting thing is, I don't know if the idea is that it's going to have an impact. Like, I'm seriously doubting a school shooter is going to kick the door in, and just when he's about to light up a classroom full of kids,
all of them?
He's like, oh, my God. Thou shalt not kill.
Right.
What was I thinking? I apologize, guys. Have a great day. I'll see you later.
Yeah, that's like the thing I used to say about the rule list when Hard Rock first opened at Universal, the Hard Rock Live.
Yeah.
The very last rule was no guns or nuclear devices. And I was like, oh my gosh, I just showed up with my dirty bomb, but it's not against the rules.
Sorry, I didn't see it posted here. So, yeah, they're going to possibly do that in all the public schools in the state of Texas.
Okay.
In the world of Super Mario Brothers, the movie, which is just kicking ass out there.
Have you guys seen it?
I
yet?
haven't.
I haven't seen it. I've seen the trailers, which look kind of fun. People seem to love Super Mario Brothers. I saw one website, and it was a partisan website, and they said anti-woke Super Mario Brothers cleaning up at box office. I don't think the movie's I haven't seen it, so I don't know. You correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think the movie's anti-woke. Are they just trying to say like
There's
just
no
because
gay people in it?
because it's not woke? Then they're saying like this is some sort of move and it's anti-woke.
Silence is violence, Sean.
Stupid.
But what makes
It's
something
Mario
woke?
Brothers.
Because it has black people and gay people in it?
I don't know what their point is, but it said anti-woke, and I was like, I think it's just a movie, right? I think it's just an actual movie. And because it's a movie for the general public, it's doing very, very well. Super Mario Brothers rakes it in, but they have now changed the name of one of the characters because they were worried that it may be seen as offensive. They said the film is about to be released in Japan, which should be big. As I said,
Isn't that where Mario's from in the first place?
it's about to be released in Japan.
Japan!
Nailed it. There was no delay there. The character who was first featured as an enemy of Mario in the 1980s game Wrecking Crew will have its name changed from Blackie, which was the current name, to Spike in Japanese.
Which one is Blackie?
Spike is the way we know it, because it says, as he's been known to Western fans of the video game for the past 3 decades. Never heard of Spike in the Mario world, but...
Okay. Which one was... Do you remember Blackie?
No, Blackie is what they called this character in Japan, and they're changing it to Spike, which is what they've always called this
Mario.
character. I don't think I know the character Spike. I know Bowser, I know Mario, Luigi, Princess,
Spike
Toad.
is the frog-like Koopa enemies.
Yoshi.
Yoshi, I know. Yeah, I've just never heard of this
They
one
weren't
before.
like very pipital in the games.
It's just like a small thing, I guess,
It's
but
like a
featured
green
somehow.
frog-like looking monster.
Are we saying like the name? Its original name means Blackie?
Yes,
in
in
Japanese,
Japan,
or
yeah.
it just sounds like Blackie. Or
I guess it means or sounds like Blackie, and they said, let's change this up. And they're going another route with that right now. All right, let's work in 2 dispatches before we get into the tail end of the show here. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Let's see here. We're going to go over to Professor Booty chiming in.
Hey, everyone. Happy birthday, Sabrina.
Thank you.
On the subject of childbirth, I just can't get wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop out of my head. I guess that would mean twins, though. Anyway.
All right. Thank you, Professor Booty. I said I wanted 5%ers today. I didn't say I want
But
95%.
the closer we are to birthday, it will be the worst jokes we've ever heard.
I don't know if it could get any worse
Or
than
worse
this.
advice to C-Lane.
Here's Big Al. Big Al's talking about presidents who don't have beards.
Good afternoon, guys.
Hey.
You guys are talking about the youngest and oldest presidents. The thing that I was thinking of, and correct me if I'm wrong, I do not remember any presidents that have a beard or a mustache. Is that like a prerequisite? You have to be cleanly shaven to become
Abraham
the
Lincoln had a
president?
beard.
Yeah.
Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
And then when he shaved his face, man, that dude
Put it back.
He needed a beard. Wow. There's some photo.
Wait, you really have seen a picture of Abraham Lincoln without a beard?
Yeah, look up Abraham Lincoln without a beard. And there's one and you're like, wow, God. You realize why he needed a beard.
Our friends over at highendbarbershop.com have given us the list of presidents with beards. Ulysses Grant.
They would know. Ulysses S. Grant, all right?
Ulysses S. Grant.
Ulysses.
My bad. Rutherford Hayes.
Okay, yeah.
James Garfield had a beard.
Yeah.
Harrison had a beard.
So a lot of them did.
And then facial hair, no beards, but I assume mustaches.
Abe
Quincy,
Lincoln does look weird without a beard, but
It
not
ain't
terrible.
good.
He's not terrible.
I'll bet.
Taft, Roosevelt, Cleveland, but nobody after
Nobody
modern
recently?
times. Yeah, not that I can
Without
see.
Beard. Let me bring this up for the chat, folks, so you can see what we're talking about here. Abraham Lincoln without a beard. No.
Ulysses.
That's not a good look. With a beard, it was like, yeah, that's a top hat and a beard. That's Abraham Lincoln. Who's this guy? Because that is the statement piece right there. That mustache.
That's gross.
When your mustache just rolls right into your sideburns, that's a move, man. I don't know if I could do that.
That looks more like a growth than a beard.
It does. Yeah, it doesn't look natural, but to each their own, I guess. Okay, when we come back, we're going to do the final dispatches. Stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Share the Show Tuesday. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show. Silly and stupid, but full of integrity. The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hi, everybody. Jamie King here, Fox 35 Storm Center. Tuesday, midday weather forecast update for you. Showers and storms return. Locally heavy rain, lightning, gusty winds, even some small hail. Rain chance this afternoon at 60%. We'll hit highs today in the low 80s. Storms through roughly about mid-late evening tonight, down to 30% coverage, mid-60s through the overnight. On our Wednesday, 60% chance of rain, high near 83. For Fox 35, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King. Have a good one and depend on the Fox 35 Storm Team.
This report is sponsored by Florida Prepaid College Savings Plans. 76% of parents save for college in 2022. Now you can too. Their one-year university plan is their most affordable plan, starting at $45 a month. Open enrollment ends April 30th. Find your plan today.
The way healthcare works today can be frustrating. So many different doctors to keep track of, different tests, different medications. It's a lot. Welcome to Village Medical, a whole new kind of primary care covered by most Medicare plans. Here, your own doctor coordinates all of your care for you, even talking to your specialists and your pharmacist to manage prescriptions. There's a lot more about Village Medical that we think you'll love. When's the last time you said that about healthcare? Go to villagemedical.com and become a patient today.
Just come out, the man when you're in trouble. Car accidents, slips and falls, he's the only one that you should call. Just come out, when you're injured on the go.
Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, sung by a non-attorney spokesperson.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Preventive maintenance on all brands, and that saves you money and can detect an upcoming breakdown. Visit millsair.com.
Hey, it's Ryan from the Monsters in the Morning.
And Scott from Edgewater Family Wealth.
Scott, I've been thinking, at this point in my life, which is more important, to manage my time or to manage my money?
You know, it's weird you bring that up. I have a good friend named Sandy who likes to tell me that when you're young, Ryan, you got lots of time, you probably ain't got much money. But when you get older, if you do things right, you got some money, but you ain't got much time.
Let's talk more about that on It's Only Money on Real Radio 104.1, 8 a.m. Sunday morning.
And now, a couple of corny facts. Number 1, there are about 800 kernels in each ear of corn. Number 2, an ear of corn always has an even number of rows. And number 3, Florida sweet corn season ends in June. June? What? Why didn't anybody tell me that it was going to...
Oh, well, I guess that's a wrap.
It's sweet corn season in Florida. Stop on your way home and get some before it's gone. See more seasonal produce at followfreshfromflorida.com.
Hear that? That's the sound of water coming from leaking pipes.
Hi, this is Pete from Repipe Specialists. Let's end those leaks and the damages they can cause to your walls, ceilings, and floors by replacing those old, corroded, or brittle pipes with high-quality new ones. With over 30 years of experience and work that's guaranteed for life, Repipe Specialists will expertly and seamlessly repipe your entire home in just 1 to 2 days. Call us by this Saturday to save 20%. So long, water-dripping drum solos. If you have leaks or even low water pressure, call Repipe Specialists now at 407-337-4020 to schedule a free home estimate and to save 20% on your entire job, plus zero down, zero interest financing for the first 18 months on approved credit, local and insured. Call 407-337-4020 or go to repipe.com. That's 407-337-4020. Repipe.com. Repipe Specialists, making your repipe job fast, seamless, and simple. That's our specialty.
The IRS has just received $80 billion in funding to hire additional agents for aggressive collections enforcement. If you owe the IRS, now is the time to take action before the IRS comes after you or your business. There is no time to waste. Call J. David Tax Law, a firm right here in Orlando, for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962. Or visit jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
Every morning, start your day getting caught up with West 2 News Sunrise.
I'm Meredith McDonough.
And I'm Jason Guys. Here for you with breaking news from around Central Florida.
We want to get back to that breaking news out of Orange County.
Giving you an accurate forecast to plan your day by.
We're also starting off with some cloud cover.
And steering you clear of the backups to make your commute a breeze.
Your travel times out the door are looking pretty good this morning.
Wake up knowing you're ready for today with Jason, Mare, Kellyanne, and Megan. Wake up with West 2 News Sunrise. Weekdays starting at 4:30 a.m.
Kelly's all new
Hello, Clarkson.
every weekday.
Let's do it, Kelly.
Give your day a little love. Oh my gosh. A little joy.
Happy day.
A little laugh.
Well, I'm really hard of hearing. I can't hear that well.
You're going to fit right in on this show because I'm loud. Give your day a little Kelly.
It's this. This is her name. Oh, yeah. Weekdays at 3 on West 2, followed by West 2 News at 4.
When pizza's this good, there's no such thing as leftovers. Well, unless you order extras for leftovers. Order today at Marcos.com and load up on favorites like the Pepperoni Magnifico. Marcos. Pizza lovers get it.
This hour is sponsored by Barks in the City, June 3rd at Apopka Amphitheater.
Each day Elvis is around here, I learn more and more about what not to do. I gotta tell you, final
3 words.
dispatches.
Get another dog.
Stories that didn't make the cut.
Stop it. He's a sweet man.
No, I'm saying that's what not to do.
Today I learned to wrap everything up for a Tuesday. So I've been watching my sister's dog for about a month now. Elvis, I posted him.
It's only been 2 weeks. It's just felt like the longest month of his life.
It's been about a year and a half.
Forever. He's a sweet dog. He's trying to do the best that he can, I know. And so Elvis, I just posted him up on Instagram. It's at the News Junkie on Instagram if you want to see his big chunky ass. But he does a couple of things that really get at you. And one is, lady had never responds to the television. It's almost as if she can't see the damn television. She looks at it every once in a while, but she never reacts to it. Elvis can see the TV as well as we can see the TV. And if there are one of two things happening on that television, one, either a knock at a door or a ring of a doorbell, he's going ape-ass. Or if, God forbid, there's another dog on the television, oh my God, he's right up in front of the TV. He's barking at the top of his little dog lungs. And he's making a scene over this. So last night, Courtney and I are like, all right,
Look at the little fat ass.
what movie should we watch? And
all dogs go to heaven.
She does some research. We find something with really good Rotten Tomatoes views
What'd you watch?
rating. It was a movie called Dog Soldiers. All right, let me bring this up. I'm telling you, it was supposed to be very good, but we had some
also,
problems.
bless both of you guys, because if there's anything involving animals, I will not watch it. I've not watched anything since my dog Skip that involves animals.
Does Carl react to the television, though?
1,000%. All the
Okay.
time.
Well,
Even if it's cartoons.
Sabrina, you missed when I first discovered that Elvis barks at TV dogs, especially if the TV dog is Elvis.
Yeah,
And he
yeah.
doesn't
When he
know it.
sees himself on the camera in the
He's
studio.
on the screen in the studio.
Oh, just by visually seeing
Yeah.
he barks at them. Okay, I
Yeah,
thought it was just hearing.
No. He sees them and he barks. And so I took one of the robot cameras and like zoomed right in on Elvis.
He goes nuts. And so the reviews for this movie were perfect. It's right where we wanted to be. Has 79% audience score with 50,000 ratings. So
Makes
you
you
go,
hysterically cry because all of them die at the end.
well, but you say, how could 50,000 people be wrong? And it's not that kind of movie where you would think like the sweet little dog dies at the end. The dogs are actually soldiers. It's dogs that have like mutated into human-sized things.
This movie sounds terrible. This sounds like dog-esque.
But I love
Hang
it's
on.
just one sentence to describe it: frightening, funny, and dogs that turn into humans.
Let me see if I can get a better rundown. Okay, Dog Soldiers is a 2002 British action horror film. The plot: a couple goes camping in the Scottish Highlands. The woman gives the man a silver letter opener as a present. Shortly afterward, they're killed in their tent by unseen assailants. That's as far as we got. We only got that far because that's where the dog soldier came into the picture.
Does the letter opener come back into play
I
sometime
hope so.
later?
Meanwhile, a soldier named Private Cooper runs through a forest in North Wales. He attacks his pursuers, blah, blah, blah. And I'm trying to get to the part about the dog. So
The good part?
well, they end up making these like soldiers that are big, giant dogs. And so they're like werewolves. And it's barking
Are
on
you
the
just
screen.
doing that for Elvis?
And it's freaking out, and there's all kinds of noises going on, and the dog is just throwing a damn fit. And I go, well, we can't watch this.
By the way, Courtney doesn't watch the show anymore because of Elvis.
He's not watching it now. I saw it was on there before. If
Oh,
he's
was?
barking at the TV right now,
Elvis is a good boy.
Elvis is just like,
He's a good boy, Elvis.
oh God! Look, this will make him. Just this right here would work. Let me see. Go down to the Instagram.com/the News Junkie. Just his own little face on the screen.
Oh, I
with-
can hear him.
Is he barking?
Yes.
It's on a delay. Oh no, we got it. Poor Courtney. Sorry, Courtney.
Sorry, Courtney.
Sorry about that. Okay, let's do the final dispatch. I'm
not
telling
sorry.
you, it's so predictable. Any noise like that, he's going for the TV. He's going nuts. Oh God, Elvis, be good. All right,
Oh, okay.
sit down and be good right now.
Shut up,
Oh,
fatty.
oh my
How
God!
dare you?
I think Elvis is a sweet boy.
He's a
got
chunky
tummy
dog,
rubs.
but he's sweet. Here, let's go to some of you. Let's go to some dispatches, the final ones, in fact. Oh, we can only do one. Here's Musical Matt. Quick.
Hey, junkies. I have been stuck at home with my sick 9-month-old the last 2 days.
Man.
Very difficult, but I just want to say thank you guys because I've caught up pretty much completely on the podcasts, and it is the only thing that's kept me sane.
Oh,
so
good.
thank you very much, guys.
So he hasn't heard the episode where
Woo,
it's
woo,
my
pop,
birthday.
pop.
Well, you know what, Musical Matt? We're happy to be here for you in any way we can.
For sure.
Real quick, chaos as more than 40,000 people descend on the annual Orange Crush Party in Georgia. I never knew this was a thing, but it's like a big-ass deal. And they said 12,000 vehicles and 40,000 to 50,000 people are ready to party
Hell yeah!
over the next couple of days.
See you at dancers, baby.
Maybe we'll get some good viral videos out of that. All right, let's get the hell out of the way. Let's get out of here. Let's do Today I
The
Learned.
following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time
turned off by
for
now.
Today I Learned.
She turned it off for sure.
She's watching Criminal Minds or something else.
Mentalist.
Today I Learned for a Tuesday, April 25th, 2023. Today I Learned sponsored by J. David Tax Law. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away. Happy birthday again, Sabrina.
Thank you, Sean.
Happy birthday.
Have
Thank you,
fun
Celine.
tonight. And here we go.
See you guys there.
Today I Learned this band right here.
Yes.
Yes is correct. Today I
I
Learned
thought you were answering him.
Rick Waxman of Yes fame came
Dick
up with a
Wax.
song on the spot to record in a session because he had told people, oh, yeah, I wrote a song. And they said, oh, yeah, show us that song you wrote. And because he didn't want to tell him he was lying, he just made one up as he was going, and it ended up on
Really?
the album. One that he just made up in real time. Today I learned a flatulent passenger who refused to stop farting forced a plane to land and police to be called to remove 4 flyers after a fight erupted on board. They said the person who had the issue with the flatulence was allowed to stay on board
But
afterwards.
don't most people fart a lot on airplanes because of the altitude?
I've smelled it before many times.
But you don't fart.
I don't remember ever farting myself, but there was definitely people on flights that I was on where
I remember every fart.
I remember
so
every
many
fart.
of them. All right, and finally, today I learned rip this guy. That's right, Banana Man himself, Harry Belafonte. The first album to sell over 1 million copies was Harry Belafonte's Calypso. So before anybody else on record, he was the first to sell over 1 million copies, and he passed away today, or at least the announcement came across that he was. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We'll see when we come back. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place, in West Palm Beach, friends. It's the Greek Zone coming up next. In Orlando, it's the Jim Colbert Show.